the Gentlementor.
Ta-da!
Nice.
There we are. We're live on the internet for all the world to be entertained by.
Nice.
Dee-dee-dee, dee-dee-dee.
So what's occurring?
Nothing right now.
This is it. We're going to sing happy birthday to Doug.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
That's probably about it. And we're going to do it in the most terrible, latent, driven, off-key form that we possibly can.
Yeah, and basically I invited about a dozen people from previous lives and experiences that I haven't seen for a while and just said, hey, we're going to do this for probably an hour and a half or 2 hours on the evening of my birthday. If anybody's free and wants to get on a Zoom meeting and chat, we'll chat. So we're just kind of waiting to see who, if anybody, shows up. And
Yeah.
when they show up, I'll introduce you to everybody. And vice versa, and then maybe we'll do like the old Dean Martin celebrity roast, and everybody can tell embarrassing stories about me, or funny stories or stuff like that.
Yeah. And
So-
then Charlie can laugh.
And these
all
are
the funny-
people like going
That's
back
right.
as far as like fifth grade. So when I was, how old are you in fifth grade? Like 10? 10 years old, 11 years old, 12 years
10,
old.
11,
People have some of, not all of them, but
Depends
some
on
of
how
them
many
go.
time you did
Some of
fifth
them go
grade.
back that far. Yeah, I've known Andy since I was 16. So
Yeah? Were you 16 back then?
Yeah, and you were 19. And we're not anymore.
Not by a few. Hello, Charlie.
so-
I'm Andy.
This is Andy.
Nice to meet you.
Andy,
Hi,
Charlie,
Andy.
Charlie, Andy. Sorry. I said I'd introduce you, and then I didn't.
I'm just sitting here.
terrible.
You haven't introduced me, but
Don't get insecure, man. It's because I'm short. I know.
all's forgiven. Happy birthday.
So yeah,
nice.
we're basically kicking it, doing what we do, hanging out. What have you been up to, man? You said you were
What have I been
you were
up to?
obviously up late working the other night because you started messaging me, and I'm like, oh, it's Charlie. And I'm like, it's
Do you
gonna
know
be
what?
like
I'm completely
4:30 or 5:30 in the morning or something. You said I'm
What
working.
did I text you saying?
I
You don't remember?
No. See, the whole thing with lockdown, right? Because now England has gone into a full national lockdown again. I don't know if you guys heard about this.
a little bit.
National now.
It got announced last night.
Oh. That's that when you sent me
yeah.
that post about the...
Oh, the Scottish thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
hilarious.
That was good.
Oh,
good.
actually, I guess I texted you, but you said you were working. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
was up,
I
yeah.
just watched The Gentleman. We were talking
That's
about
right.
that.
Yes, you did. Yes.
Yeah.
So what are you working? Are you doing virtual DJing? What does that look like?
So to tell you the truth, this was just all political campaign prep work, you know.
Oh, okay. Okay.
There
For
too.
the,
All right. Who's
the
David?
upcom-
Who's David? Is this David Shower?
I don't
coming
know. It could be David Browning. Let him in and let's see.
Just says David, you can't tell.
Open the door. Well, he's
Says
opening
David.
it. I can't see it. He's running the
Yeah.
meeting. So
Ah, okay.
Okay.
I'd be
I'm running.
surprised.
I'm running the
David.
stream.
letting-
Let him in.
I'm letting David in.
It's Dave Browning.
Dave.
Dave, you're muted
And sideways.
down there by your name. Oh, look at that. Oh, there you
There
go.
you- oh, there you go.
Oh, look at that hat. All for
Okay,
me.
we got to do this again.
All right.
Happy birthday!
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
How
good.
are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good, and Mr. Kramer to boot.
We have
Damn, I feel like
the
it's my
amazing
birthday,
Andy.
man.
Yeah, it's been a few, Dave.
And let me introduce you
It's been a
to
few.
Yes, it has.
over the opposite way behind Andy is my friend Mark, who I was in ministry with. You may have met him on a visit to Moberly. I'm not
Okay.
sure.
Hey, good
May
to
have
see
been.
you.
It's entirely
Years ago.
possible. And the other guy,
Got
the dark, mysterious man, is Charlie Sansom, our good friend from England, and he's joining us
Nice.
late at night. He is a DJ and singer and politician and man of
I
many
love it.
facets. So someone you might want to
Wow.
get to know.
I love it. I love
Dave
it.
is-
Please don't
Dave
hold
was-
America against us right now.
No,
Yeah.
stop it. Stop apologizing. He's a fan.
I'm a fan of,
Oh, there you go.
America.
That's a large statement.
I mean,
Is that
That means
fair?
a lot of things.
Did I misspeak, Charlie? Is that fair?
I mean, I was a fan before you voted out.
Was
president,
We're
I was
so
a
sorry
fan.
to disappoint you.
Up until November, I was really like in love, but now I'm in like,
I know. It's
I'm
kind of
emotional.
denial.
I'm like,
Yeah, no.
Don't sweat it. The UFOs are going to land soon, so it's all going to be cool.
There you
Any,
go, man.
any European countries that are second in place there? No. Yes. No.
David here, my friend, was in a band with Andy, and excuse me if I'm putting my hand in your face there. Andy and I have word that Kelly King will be dropping by too. We'll almost be able to do another reunion show.
Wow.
I love it.
I guess what you call only like truly successful in any sort of. Man, that seems crazy.
Be
to
careful
say
with
this
that
on-
word success.
I know,
you know,
I know. We felt really successful at the time. How about that? I had hair,
good, that's
and
good,
that's such
yeah.
a happy memory. It just colors everything else in for me.
you still do have
let me
hair.
tell you,
It's just
those were
moved and from
absolutely
that part
amazing
to there.
fun times.
It's too lazy to go all the way to the top.
So
Yeah.
Dave is a Nashville-based music producer, and he does all kind of magical things with famous and influential people. And then
Wow.
recently, in the last, how many years has it been since you started your
Yeah,
thing?
yeah. So crowd music
Crowd
is
music.
about four years in now, and I feel like it's Noah building the ark, but eventually, when I'm about 3 days away from dying in my 90s, it will be successful. So we're good.
Be careful with that word. Explain
All
it to
good.
us what you do. The crowd music.
Yeah, so crowd is basically, think of us as the movie theater of the music industry. So basically, right now,
That doesn't
the
sound really
best way
good
to
right
describe-
now.
No. So here's the deal. If Steven Spielberg came out and had done a brand new Jaws movie, and they said, "Cool, Steven, we're going to put this out on free."
Froze. Uh-oh. You
And
see,
he stopped at a good
he's
point.
telling
He said it's going to be free.
He's telling
That's
telling
something
industry
easy to say. It's free, right?
Yeah.
you're telling industry secrets, and they froze your internet up.
That's
There you
exactly
go.
what happened.
Yeah.
The Illuminati are freezing up your internet, man. You can't be telling about this. It's top secret.
It might just be him.
I lost it.
There
Dave,
he was.
your mom told you if you kept your face that way, it was going to freeze. Or if you make your face, it'll freeze that way. That's what it was.
Dave, your face is frozen, but we can
Uh-oh.
hear you.
He's gone.
Oh, he's gone now.
Well, when he comes back, that's who he is. So he's
Okay.
going to
all
explain
right.
that crowd music thing to you.
All right.
But
We'll
it's
wait for that
basically,
again.
if I understand it, it's a way for artists to get paid more. Because it's more like
Yeah, I'm on their website right now looking at this.
it's
Oh, cool.
The thing is nowadays,
That'd be cool.
to make any music nowadays, to make money from music nowadays, you need to sell something else. It's
and he's back. Sell something.
Okay,
Merch.
so forgive me, I forgot. I haven't done this yet today, and I try to do this once a day. So hold on, I got talking to my phone. I love you, Hillary. I love you, Obama. You're the best. now it's all going to work fine now, so it's all good. It's
the
all good.
snipers are going home.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good for another day or two. So
If Kelly
I won't
comes, you
get
got to
shot.
quit that.
I'm being silly.
I
So
know.
no.
Oh, I should tell you too. We're live streaming, so if you.
Yeah.
That's probably
I
why we
figure
got
they
shut
already know
down.
it all anyway.
Yeah.
yeah.
So anyway. So
That's awesome.
crowd music is all about the artist. Go.
It is. So basically, our whole thing is leverage us like you would a movie theater. Put your content out with us first before you put it to streaming, and then you're giving your fans a choice. Either we can pay $1 because we have to have it now to listen to it, or we can wait 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year, 4 years, however long before that artist decides to put it on streaming. So you're just leveraging that appeal to your advantage, and in the process, everybody who purchases your song now becomes part of your crowd. So not only are you making money on your music, anytime those fans purchase other artists' music on crowd, you're getting a cut of that action as well. So it's kind of double dipping for the artists and the creators to where they have more money coming in to survive on. And also it helps the fans out because they become your marketing team and they can get paid as well as artists are successful.
That's inventive.
Yeah, it's really cool. We just need
Yes.
more. We need about 50 million more adopters using it, and we're good to go. So
That shouldn't be that hard.
nah, it won't be that hard. It'll just happen one
We've
day.
had our
It'll-
we've had our YouTube channel for 6 months, and we're already up to 13 subscribers. So anything's
love
possible.
it, man.
The sky's
That's
the
awesome.
limit.
Yeah, that's more than
I'm
one a month.
subscribing now. Yeah. That's awesome, dude.
I checked my my Spotify statistics over December when they send out the year
when
wraps
their
stuff.
feel good thing. Yeah,
Guess what? I
Yeah.
can
What?
buy myself a coffee.
that's dude.
Nice.
Good for
You
you.
made
You're one of
money.
the lucky ones. Yeah,
I'm blessed.
That's because I listened to your Christmas song like 8 times.
Oh,
I know. I mean,
all the way through. It was all the way through.
that got me a drip of coffee.
That's right.
A drip.
Hey, I want to say, to be fair to myself, because it's my birthday, I also listened to, I didn't listen to one song over and over, but I listened to many, many songs. And then there was
There
that
you
other
go.
thing that I was convinced was you that I kept listening to, going, man, that doesn't even sound like him. I got to talk to you about this. I'm like, dude, tell me what this album. He's like, I don't know anything about that album. I don't know why. When I searched him on Spotify, it came up in his list of things.
That's amazing. Doug, how old are you? 47?
I am
6?
29.
Yeah, dude. That's beautiful. I love it.
Doubled, +4, -3, carried on 1.
Referring.
51. 51 is the
Oh,
big
my
number for me, yes.
That's wild.
Yeah, well,
Unbelievable.
60 is the new 30, so I'm 29.
It is, man.
You got
Yep.
plenty of life ahead of you.
I do. By golly. And that's why I want everybody, I decided I wanted everybody to like tell funny or embarrassing stories about me as being like the theme of the evening that would tie everything together, because I thought I don't want anybody doing mushy stuff. You guys can save that for my
How long's
funeral.
this going to go for? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, I'm letting Michael in. Michael Harwood right now.
Okay.
Here he comes.
Oh,
Bring it
You guys
wow.
on.
ready?
Dun, 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 dun. I love the pie.
connected
Just
to
keeps getting
audio.
smaller.
It is.
The section's just
How many?
more and
how
more
many faces
squares
can
in
we
our
get?
Rubik Cube.
Well, you're already half size because you allocated me into the picture.
Well, that's all right. That was part of my plan. I know how to look thinner at New Year's.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah,
to
you're
that.
so smaller than those other people.
That's so bad.
Mike, we can't see you.
It says you're connecting to audio, Michael.
Okay.
So we're still waiting.
But we can see your name, so
Yes.
we know this
So I don't know
space
if
is
you can hear us
reserved
or
for
not,
you.
But
Don't
you are
worry.
in the party. We're glad you're here.
We will not give your chair away. Happy
Well,
birthday.
he's-
Oh,
Thank
happy
you.
birthday. Yeah, yeah.
He didn't want
Apropos.
he saw the crowd and went, nope, not going in there. Not going in that
Did you
Zoom
tell
meeting.
Mike you were live streaming? That's somebody you should definitely tell.
Oh, well, he's going to tell you when he came in. Yes, this is a live
Well, now he
stream.
knows.
You're joining a live stream. I can't join with computer audio. So,
So I need to send him a dial-in number here. Hold on. Let's see if I can get a dial-in number to send him.
So are
Working
you
on it.
are
Hold
you
on.
being serious that you are live streaming this?
oh, yes, we have a dial, and yes.
Oh, you are. Okay.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
Oh,
Has he gone? He's left.
he left. That's crazy.
Ah.
Let's see. I'm looking for a dial-in number. I set it up with
We'll
a dial-
we'll find it. Give us a second, Mikey. We'll be right with you.
There's David. I'm letting David back in.
Oh, good. You're terrible. You made Andy leave. You made Andy feel so bad he left.
Just kidding.
He's in the bathroom crying. It's like you guys made Dave leave.
I'm like, oh, I'm out here, man. I didn't sign a contract for that.
Yeah, we didn't sign a STD or a NDA or whatever you're supposed to sign there.
That's right. Non-disclosure, baby.
Non-disclosure. There you go.
There you
STD.
go.
What do you sign?
Yeah,
How do you sign an
STD
STD?
agreement. Yeah, yeah.
Well, I think
No,
the
that-
NDA has to come
That
before
would
you
have been
get
our
the
band
STD.
agreement. Yeah, yeah.
You got it in the wrong order, Doug.
What's that?
I said the NDA has to come before the STD.
Yeah, something.
That's true.
I think,
That's true.
I think it was Confucius that said that.
Does a screen recording does the audio recording count as an NDA?
Oh my gosh, we're all so in trouble.
Oh.
I love you, Hillary. Thank you, Barack. Appreciate your 8 years. Oh my goodness.
That's
No, I
brilliant.
was not on the Epstein jet. I promise. Oh man.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Man, I don't see
COVID.
the dial-in number here. I don't see anything.
I think I just got the link only. I didn't see a dial-in number.
Yeah, I don't think I set it up for a dial-in number.
Yeah, but man, I'm tickled to be here with you, Doug. This is a trip.
Well, I'm
man.
tickled that you decided you were like one of the first RSVP. Well, Mike was
Oh,
actually,
heavens, man. I wouldn't miss this for the world. I love you so much.
and you
I'm
were
so
you were
excited.
after it, and I was hoping, and like I said,
This is going to be fun.
Kelly King
Oh, yeah.
was like he wasn't gonna be able to do it. Oh wait, no, I don't want that. And then he like FaceTime. He's like, oh, I took some time off, so I got cleared, so I'm gonna be there. I'll drop in for a little bit. So I was like, cool.
He's a musician. He doesn't work. Come on, we all know it.
Well, if you as I know that with wife.
None of us
With a
work.
wife and children, you never really stop working.
That's right. That's right.
David makes a very good point. Actually, he does make a good point. Even over here, it's like musicianship is not considered a real job.
I
Oh,
know. I know.
But out there it is. I mean,
Yeah,
out there.
Out there.
Out
Yeah.
there. Out
thing is,
there.
La
if-
la
if-
land.
If you said in England, I'm going to go to America to pursue my dreams, and it'd be like, oh yeah, good for you. But it's like, I'm going to go to London and go to yeah, all right, mate, okay, whatever. It's like, like you're not doing anything, are you really?
That's right. That's right.
It'd be like going to
you
a
find
tumble.
out. You find out real quick how much value you have in your industry by how many errands you have to run for your mother-in-law on a daily basis. So. I need you to go to the store. I need you to do this. Can you drop this off? Yeah, I must not be worth very much in my industry then. So
I've got a tip, David.
yeah,
Turn your phone off.
good point. Good point.
Or
What was it?
better yet, just block
Yeah.
the mother-in-law's number. That's possible these days.
That is true. That is true.
have
That
the
is,
technology.
I didn't get it. I didn't get the call. It's so funny. I have a friend, and this would apply in this situation, but it was for marriage on his part. Right before he got married, there was this Indian gentleman he worked with, and he's like, "So you're getting married?" And he's like, "Yes." And he's like, "I'd give you a word of advice." He's like, "Do anything in the world for your wife, but keep expectations low." And he's like, "Well, what do you mean?" He's like, if your wife need you to do something, you say, "Oh, I love to do it. Let me do it." And then you F it up. You F it up. And then you keep doing it over and over, and you F it up, and you F it up, and she never asks you to do it again. And it's like, that's some pretty good advice, man. So you're willing to do it, but she'll never ask you. So
Yeah,
and then you'll get divorced.
very true.
I had
So
a
either
suspicion.
way, you win.
I had a suspicion that was my dad's strategy for years.
Oh, what a hoot, man.
Mark, did you
All
know
right,
you're,
I'll be
you're
good from
muted?
here on.
I didn't know if that was on purpose. If you're working on something, probably.
Yeah,
you look like you're working on
just didn't
something.
want to. I'm working on seeing if I can create a number here. For
I didn't even know there was a thing called a dial-up number. I thought that was the old-timey internet back when the pioneers
no,
came
you can
across the
actually dial it up.
prairies.
Yeah,
He's on
so
a
I'm working on it,
landline.
and then so I wasn't letting my laughing and this random throat clearing to be in the way. So
Gotcha.
I muted
I
myself.
feel like I need more primary colors in my background. This is
You know,
sad. Goodness.
you took your hat off, and that was rocking
I
so
guess
hard.
and you know what? It's my recycled Happy 2021 hat.
Nice. That's all right. The color's appropriate.
Yeah, there you go, man. There you go.
If
All right.
Michael comes in on his phone, he should be able to just tune in on his phone.
I don't know.
Yeah.
May have.
I mean, half of my Zoom meetings are done either on the computer or on my phone. So
Right.
Yeah.
I use the phone mic. So
There you go. I don't know if he's listening. He's still
I'm on
he's
the phone
still
right
he's
now.
still present in the room. I don't want to pop the thing open because you can chat to him, can't you, Mark? Yeah, you can.
Let me try the phone.
Let's try the phone. Okay.
Can you hear that,
There.
Michael?
Oh, that's
He's got
cool.
He's got reverb on his mic as well. You know, and that's like
I know.
you
said
know
he's
he's a
gonna-
musician because he, you know,
There it is.
I'm
I'm gonna put a slap delay on this.
Dave, he's probably got auto tune on it.
yeah, I'm gonna compete with my reverb.
It's really good to be here tonight.
Happy birthday, Doug.
Oh,
Wow.
There we go.
Wow, that's awesome.
I love it.
that would, you should have turned the lights all the way down and done that. That would have been really frightening.
Don't give me ideas.
That's awesome. Just hold a nice flashlight right under your chin. Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
And now we'll call you.
Happy birthday.
Very good. Very good.
Oh, spooky
That is
Charlie.
awesome.
It's
You know,
the,
one of the other times we spoke, and you said the mic wasn't that good.
it's
So I had
the-
it just plugged into like a normal interface. So
oh,
I went through
That's
a real
beautiful.
music mixer, plugged that
You
in.
went all
Nice.
in,
Line.
man.
I
You're
bought cables and
committed.
all sorts to get this done.
Wow. Cables.
you're the
Not just for your birthday. I mean, I'm going to say for tonight it's for your birthday.
see
but
that I would never admit to that. I'd be like, "You're welcome."
yeah,
that would
I
have
was
been
like, I'm
me.
going to go on Amazon. I'm going to buy all these
Yeah.
cables, and I've not used any of them. I've just bought them, and I've just.
It
used
sounded
them.
great. The delay with the face in the dark. That was awesome.
I mean,
That's,
listen, I've got other settings on this thing. I can go. We can make a tune tonight. We
You're-
can
go
we can
for
get
it,
Doug
man.
to rap.
you're the.
I like
I
it.
was
Love
I
it.
was I was thinking the other night that like the last all of our live streams. This has become like a thing now that we do live streams together.
Yeah.
And it's been like it makes me think of the old Johnny Carson show, and like Mark's kind of the Johnny Carson, I'm kind of Ed McMahon, and you're kind of Doc Severinsen. So you've been kind of doing you do the comedy and music, and I do the stupid comedy, and Mark tries to actually make it be somewhat coherent.
And I'm the guy named Mikey on the Life cereal commercial, I guess.
You're the
Mikey likes it.
musical guest,
Mikey likes it.
The interesting thing about Mark
award-winning producer.
going well is that Mark always leaves early.
There you go.
That's true.
He gets so
That's
fed
true.
up of listening to me and Doug talk shit all night. He just
Yeah,
goes,
I think after listening to it, I think it's that we left late.
like, last time
We
he,
had a
he pretended
conversation.
he had coronavirus. You know what I mean? Just to get off the call, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just so he wouldn't
yes,
have to do
man.
another one.
Yeah.
Is your family healthy, Dave? Are they avoiding the?
Yeah, you know what?
We've got
that.
two
Why
Mike
not?
Harwoods. He's breaking the laws of physics, man.
There you go.
Amazing.
There you
How
go.
do you know two Michael Arwoods?
awesome.
But
What
and
are
they
the
both showed
odds?
up at the same time.
No kidding.
How weird! It's because Charlie did his spooky face in the happy
That's it.
birthday. Man, that was almost Darth Vader.
Awesome.
We can do that.
I didn't see the spooky face. I was
man.
over on the
Turn the
setting.
light
You
off.
were working.
Oh, you
It's
missed
like
that.
George Lucas special effects.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Let's have it.
we
Let's
go.
have it. One more time. One more time.
One more time.
All right, I'm in.
Oh,
Hey,
he's
hey,
coming.
there he is.
Oh,
I hear his voice. Where's his face?
We were just wrapping up, so good to meet you. Good night. You know.
Yeah, thank you for hosting the meeting. I'll take all my actionable items and
Thank you for joining us this evening, Michael. I would like to introduce you to the cast of characters. Mark, you've talked to, I think, a little bit maybe. I know you've seen him before. You know who he is. Of course, you know the magic of Drew. On the other side, Charlie Sansom from England. Down below, David Browning from Nashville. Everyone, Michael Harwood from Denver, Colorado. Please.
I can't
My
see you,
favorite
Mike.
state.
Is this going to be audio in your part?
Well, he's muted.
Oh, now I can't hear you.
so
oh.
there's a reason I don't have Zoom on my phone. We use
Oh.
Okay.
Zoom at my corporation,
Yeah.
and that thing would bing in the middle of the night when someone had the great idea to send something to me when they were up, and then I'd get it in the morning and wake my ass up out of bed, and I said, nope, Zoom's going away.
Man. What are people
idea.
thinking?
Yeah.
So, Mike, I've
And
already had
I'm looking at this.
everyone
I'm
kind
not
of
seeing a place where I can make the thing go.
make the thing go.
Just make your face go in that box where your name is now.
Yes. Let's see.
I like that Mark has the coronavirus behind his head up there. That's cool, man.
It's it's seasonal.
Is that the corona?
Yeah, man.
Disco
All
ball.
right.
There he is.
There we go.
Hey, what's up, man?
Michael, welcome to the room.
Nice.
Can we
Nice.
shut the other? Do you have the power to shut the other window, Mark? Or is that?
I do. I can shut that other window off as long as we don't lose this audio. Yes.
I don't think so.
I can
Welcome.
remove.
Now you're like Charlie.
I'm not going
now
to
you're in
report
the
you,
light.
though. I don't want
Charlie's
to report
getting
you.
ready to do some. There we go.
Charlie Vader.
There we go.
Charlie Vader.
Wait, to the meeting. I want to chat.
In the futuristic
Are
year
you
of
Jeff Vader? Are
2021.
you Jeff Vader? Have you got? Are you his brother? Can you get his autograph?
Doug, I am your mother.
Hey, we don't use those words here in the States anymore.
Yeah,
Man,
I've heard.
woman, mother,
yeah.
daughter, all that's
Hey,
gone.
a women, right? In your prayers these
Yeah,
days.
That's
A
right.
women.
That's
We're
right.
just-
That's right.
We're just humans.
So
right.
Michael, I'll allow you to introduce yourself and do your own bio if you'd like to. We already kind of went
There's not
around
really
the room.
much about me that's that really interesting to talk about, dude.
Well,
I've known Doug and Drew since what? God, since we were 20, 21. Went to
Something
college
like that.
together.
Yeah.
Did a lot of
I'm sorry.
drugs. Wrote a
Hey,
bunch
did
of
we
really
go to
bad
college
music
with Michael,
and stayed in
too?
contact.
you weren't there.
Doug,
This
I
was
wasn't
different
there.
college. This was Andy's
I went to
second
college again like a few times, and one of those times Doug lived in the area, and yeah.
New Mexico College.
Oh,
The College
yeah.
of University of New Mexico.
The Las
Ironically-
Cruces days.
Yes. Down on the border, down Mexico
All
way.
I can remember is you all coming back and spending a 15-minute monologue talking about a steak that had remained in the back of your trunk for a week because Andy attempted to eat it with all the accoutrements and failed to do so, and then you had to figure out how to cough up the money to pay for it.
Really?
That story
I'm sure
was
you don't remember it, Andy, but yeah.
No, I probably didn't the day after. even.
Amarillo, the big Texan in Amarillo.
Oh,
we
yeah.
stopped.
That was it, man.
We
That
were
was
driving back from New Mexico, and they had the 72 or 96 ounce steak.
Yeah.
72, I
man.
think. But you had to eat the steak and the potato and the salad
I could
and the
do the
shrimp
other
salad.
stuff. I had the
He tried.
capacity.
He tried.
I have dull teeth, and the meat was tough, and it was just like a pound of leather. Eat this pound of leather, and you can have it for free. And
It's not Andy's birthday. It's not Andy's birthday, so I shouldn't tell funny stories on him.
That's true.
But
That's true.
The funniest memory of that night was when he ordered the steak. And he orders, and the woman explains all the rules to him because you've got an hour, you've got to eat all this, and it's free.
That's right.
And if not, it was like $50 or $60,
Yeah, it
which was
was
a world
expensive,
of
yeah.
cash. Yeah.
Oh yeah, back then.
And so he orders the steak and everything. And she goes, "Now, how you want that cooked, honey?" And Andy goes, "Well done." And she goes,
I never knew that.
and she writes it down, and she goes over, and they have an open grill, and the chef's right there, the guy cooking, and she tells him. Because they do a big announcement. Saturday night he's doing a 72-ounce steak. He wants it cooked. Well done. And the guy cooking goes, "What?"
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah, I remember
wow.
they'd be like, "You gotta be kidding," something like that. Yeah, he
Oh,
flung his
dude.
arms. He did it. That's why. That's
That
what
is
part of why it was
awesome.
That
so
might have been
tough.
why it was tough.
Yeah.
All these years, and I'm just finding this out. Wow.
Oh, if you don't know what you order, I'm not sure how to help.
That would have ended our friendship, to be fair.
Yeah, yeah.
Ordering a well done steak, nah.
Yeah. Now I'm
Agreed.
a
But
the medium rare
he
guy
gave
these
it-
days.
Yeah,
That was
he
that
gave
was
it a
weird.
championship try. He gave it a championship try. He ate all the stuff and then was into the steak. Yeah, and then he was like, he was like almost sick.
Yeah.
He's like, "Okay, I'm gonna put this in the trunk because I can't smell it." Of course,
Yeah.
we drove the rest way home. That's how it got
Drove the
left in
rest
the
of the way
trunk.
home and forgot about the steak until
Yeah,
a week later. Yeah, that was the best part.
That's a nice story. It wasn't about you, birthday boy, but it was.
I was
it's nice,
there.
just the same.
I was
You
there.
were there.
You were there.
I was on the inaugural night, and Andy was as well, when Doug decided it was much cooler to perform in his underwear than in regular clothing. So
Oh.
Okay.
I don't remember
Okay,
much of my
well-
past. I don't remember this either.
you don't remember this?
This
Doug
was,
in his
Oh,
underwear I
dude.
would remember.
this was by
Okay.
request. This was by request.
yeah,
I'm gonna say.
Do you have pictures?
Yes.
Who requested it?
And can you share your screen?
I don't have pictures. Doug might.
They didn't request it of me.
Okay, so here's the whole story.
That's even worse.
So we got booked through one of Doug's friends in a place, and we're a rock act
In the
And
town
so
where
we
I now
show up-
live, so whisper.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, wait,
So
this is
anyway,
starting to
we
come back.
show up to this venue, and it's a country bar as far as it can be, and we're like going to start out and be playing heavy metal and rock tunes and all that stuff, and it's fallen flat. First hour dead, second hour not good. They're making fun of us. Third hour terrible. And so we take a break from 12 to about 12:30 before we go into our last set, wrapping up at 1, and we're sitting in a van, and there was much smoke flying around, and all of a sudden Kelly King makes the thing to Andy, dude, I'll buy you a large Pizza Hut pizza if you play the whole last set in nothing but your underwear. And Andy says, I'm in, dude.
I do remember that.
They negotiated what kind of pizza and what would be on it, and we're not talking small, we're talking large and all that. So we get out on stage, and Andy turns the amp all the way up and hits an open E chord as loud as he can to get
So everybody's looking at him.
Everybody's looking at him at that point, and he drops his drawers.
Oh my
and
gosh.
Man, we start the first song, and Kelly is barely keeping time. He's laughing. I'm not playing because I'm crying laughing so hard. And all of a sudden, all the girls are coming up and trying to pull Andy's underwear off. And about 2 songs in, Doug's like, this looks like a lot of fun. So Doug decides he wants to participate. And of course, now the bar where everybody hated our guts is now loving us and thinking we're the best thing since sliced bread, and asking us to play the next night and all that stuff. And it quickly became kind of a tradition for the next handful of shows.
Do you remember the circumstances under which that was booked?
I do not fully remember the circumstances.
We did that for my ex-history teacher because he paid off our legal debt.
Oh, I did not know that. That's very
That
cool
was
of him.
Jamestown. And then, like, the next gig we played was at the Teak House, or not the Teak House, it was at the Ag House
the Ag
here
Grow
in town,
House.
and we did it again. And that was the
right.
night there was some group there that was supposed to be from MTV or something like that. That's the one I have pictures of.
Yeah, I remember that one well.
I told that story at a job
the
interview
Teak
once,
House.
but I didn't get the job. I don't know what it was.
I don't understand.
Hey, speaking of Kelly, here he is. You ready? Should I let him in?
Oh!
Kelly King, don't
Michael's
be loud.
disappeared.
He's got a small child in his house.
Let him in.
Oh,
Let
and
him
here's
in.
Dave's going to make noise to wake up the baby.
All right.
I just want to point out Dave was the one with the noisemakers.
Hey, you're muted. No.
Kelly.
Dave says you're muted. Kelly James's iPad.
Kelly James.
Connecting to audio.
Here we go.
Yeah.
The big moment we've all been waiting for. You're still
No,
muted.
now you're muted.
He's muted.
Now you got to
You're
click the
muted.
mute button.
Hey, we can understand what he means, though.
Unmute yourself.
Yeah, we know what he's
Sorry,
saying.
guys.
How do you say it in sign
I'm
language?
sorry for doing that to you.
Hey, it's
my
Mike
kids were
again.
Mike's back. Kelly's
Yeah.
in.
My
Mike's
colleague-
back.
muted.
Kelly's microphone is
Kelly's
red and
muted.
slashed.
Kelly, unmute.
Down by your name. Little red microphone thing by your name.
Unmute.
To Doug. Happy
I
birthday.
love technology.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I love it too.
There he is.
Yay!
Welcome to my birthday live stream.
Isn't there a thing where we get to see everybody, or is it like it pops up when somebody's talking?
If you
at the
swipe
right
a
hand
bunch, you can. Yeah.
at the top right hand corner there should be a view. If you tap
Gallery.
that,
You
it gives you
want
can pick
gallery view.
gallery. I believe.
Participants?
Gallery.
No.
Don't want
wait a minute.
speaker
More.
views.
Speaker
Think of
views.
this as a
Not
gallery.
He's talking.
He's all
Gallery
right.
of
So
bros.
All of us talking at the
if
same
you
time.
swipe to your left, you should see options. Just
if you swipe
Swipe
to your
to
left,
my-
you might get a date you don't want to.
you've got to swipe right for that, David. Come on.
Everybody's way more tech-minded than I am, which means
You
I'm
got
the
it.
drummer.
Welcome,
can-
welcome to my.
All right,
I heard
Dave.
the-
Good job.
I heard the baby.
Dave is a green screen now.
Nice,
I got my
Dave.
Nerf
Like that.
green screen.
Like that.
Yee,
Put it on the
nice.
screen.
Very nice.
Well, just There, you live in sunny California. Can't you just put
So,
like?
yeah,
don't you
we
have some
need
palm trees?
Intros. We need
There
some
you go.
intros. Kelly, is this the Kelly
Yes.
that we've heard about? Right?
Okay, this is the infamous Kelly King, drummer extraordinaire, friend of dogs and people who are lucky enough to know him, and
That's
proud
my
to
tombstone.
call him my friend. I'll put that on your tombstone, along with artichoke hearts and black olives.
Здравствуйте.
That is perfect.
Oh, there you go. That's
pretty good.
beautiful.
Very nice.
I think you've met Mark before. Of course, you know Andy and you know Dave. This is Mike Harwood. I've spoken to you many times about before. Lives in Denver, Colorado. Good friend, technology mastermind, architect of all kinds of computeristic ed. And Charlie
Master of the
Sansom
Devil Horns.
joining us in the middle of the night from Essex, England. A friend of ours. He's been doing our live stream podcast with us on a few special occasions, so I asked him to join in. So, yeah, we're just here and
Politics.
introduced everybody kind of around there, and then we said, kind of as a theme element for the evening, we went to invite everyone to tell funny or embarrassing stories about me. So
We're well on our way.
Dave just
Many.
Dave just let off with me and Andy playing in our underwear. So there's.
I knew that one was coming.
There's one you can't use, so you got to come up
And the
with
steak. And the steak.
And
Wow,
this is,
look at that red hair. That is
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh,
That
This
is
is
Am I a good
fantastic.
dad?
Beautiful.
Am I a good
girl.
dad if I drink a beer while holding the baby?
That's,
You're the-
absolutely.
That's the best dad.
We're cool
Be
with it.
better if you were driving, but we'll let you do it.
While talking on a cell phone, if you.
That's awesome.
So we've got to introduce everybody around, like I said. And feel free to.
And we apologize to your wife in advance.
Yeah, she knows.
You just apologized to her. She's right off screen.
Sorry,
Okay.
Yulia. Thank you for.
Hi.
Oh,
Hi.
Thank you.
nice to meet you.
Yeah. So the pizza bet for the birthday, pulling it down. What was the first song? I want to say In Excess, but I'm probably wrong. What was the song they played, Dave?
Oh
I don't know. I was crying and laughing so hard I can't remember, man.
Yeah, you were under your keyboard and you had the cool
I
Def
was.
Leppard headset, so I could hear you laughing over
Oh,
Doug
dude,
singing the whole
I know.
time.
It was bad news.
It was
It was a
pretty
bad
wonderful.
look and it was bad news. Yeah,
It was a great way to make a really crappy gig interesting.
that's right.
I'm glad I could do that for you.
It's a great
It's
story.
amazing
It's a great
what you
story.
can accomplish when you remove clothes. That's for sure.
And for me, that's saying something. Because who would have thought that would like bring a positive kind of vibe?
Less clothes always makes it interesting, no matter if it's a positive or negative way.
Well, I do have one photograph.
agree.
Yes, so I do
Is
have
there
verification.
only one story? I only missed one story.
Yeah. Well, Dave let off. We were kind of doing intros, and everybody was talking about what they did, and I kind of introed everybody. So I only
You
had
got
to
in at the
intro
right
you.
time.
Yep. So, yeah, we're just bantering around as we will when we're all together and having a time.
Well, so who's all right? Next story. I don't know. I don't want to offend anybody. I don't know how far to go with my.
All right, I'll go with the next one. Let me just open this door. When I first met Doug, my favorite thing about Doug is on his coat. He had the button of the big
Whoa, wait a
old
minute. What's-
man. And he wore it proudly everywhere. And when
And
I
it was
asked
like-
him about it,
It was,
his favorite saying, and I still tell people to this day,
it
But
was,
his favorite-
it was this great button-down navy blue jacket that was really
Dude,
proper with a big hairy vagina.
And literally, my life quote that I still quote to this day is when I ask him about it, he would say, "Life is too short to get embarrassed," and I
Yeah.
still claim that to this day.
Oh,
There,
nice.
that's
Nice.
the
Oh, yeah.
man.
Oh my gosh, are you? That's great. Wow.
Mike,
Mike,
wins.
what an
Thank
you
you
for
for
sharing.
sharing.
You
Best
don't
I can
even-
do, buddy.
You don't even
That
need a
is
story
great.
with that. Where'd Andy go?
Fantastic.
Oh, that's funny.
On
That
first look, I
reminds
thought that
me,
was a
I
woman.
used to
Oh, he
have
must
a
have got a
poster
phone call.
board with a picture of Doug with his finger up his nose.
Yeah.
Oh, remember that?
Yes, I do remember
So
that.
great.
I remember that.
See?
Oh, and I'll never forget.
And that's why, let me just reiterate, that's why it's safe to tell stories about me, because you're not going to offend me. And I'm the only one you can't offend by telling stories about me. So,
Well, as I'm sure that we all know, everyone needs that friend in their life who, just when you think you've reached the boundary and the limit, goes, no, I can go way past that.
Yes, agreed. Totally agree.
And it does enrich your life.
put that
It
on
makes
my
you a better
tombstone.
person.
Put that on my tombstone.
Watch
So,
this.
Oh, wait, hold my
Stories
drink.
About Doug has nothing to do with Doug.
What's
We
that?
were
Oh,
one of my
yeah,
favorite stories about Doug has nothing to do with Doug other than he was in the room. We're in college. We're spending Christmas time using a 4-track to make some music. And we had this guy that would come in and supply us with weed, right? And he would come in and he'd spark up with us and whatever. And he looked at me and he goes, man, I want to get tattoos too, but I want to get a tattoo of myself on myself, but like smaller so I have room on the sides for cartoons. Remember
That's
that, dude?
marvelous.
Yes.
Stephen
One time he
Wright.
knocked on the door. We're like, "What's the
He admits
password?" He's
to
like,
it.
"Forgot my keys."
You can
guys in
say
America must have a real different kind of weed, because in England, when people smoke this stuff, they just go to sleep.
that's when you get old. The thing, you say a lot of negative things about New Mexico, but there was a never-ending cast of interesting characters. Like
Oh,
there was
one of my, I was going to say one of my favorite things was when you and Andy were doing much the same thing, except you would always have the speakers behind you, and you all would get high, and out of that came the hit song "Cool in Your Head."
Oh man, so many hit songs were written there in front of the giant wall of speakers.
One of the things that I'm most pained about is when Doug and Andy lived in Las Cruces, they sent me a 4-track of original songs titled Love Boat Dude Ranch, which is just two guys smoking pot for 90 minutes and thinking of whatever came to the top. And it was amazing.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
We just got praise for Love Boat Dude Ranch.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Going all the way back. Very
Yeah.
cool. Thank you.
One of my favorite creative moments from Las Cruces, though, is when you took the Big Girls video and superimposed all the porn with it, including the dildo that went to Greg Morey's face, which we all approved of and thought was appropriate. So
Little did we know.
that was pretty.
Can I look
that
that
was
up
his
on
brother.
YouTube?
Come on.
Is that on YouTube right now? Can I look that up? I'm gonna.
I don't know if it's
Publish
on
that?
there or not.
It's on Pornhub. It's not on YouTube.
No, they took down all their bad stuff. Oh my gosh.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's really classic. That was all Doug. All
Yeah.
Doug on that.
One of my other favorites, though, is when we were doing the Battle of the Bands
Wait, I
in
gotta
Macon,
catch my breath.
Missouri.
I gotta get my breath.
Battle of the Bands, Macon, Missouri. We
Help
followed
me,
the
Jesus.
Christian band, and somebody called you Meatloaf, and you appropriately in the mic go, "Fuck you," as loud as you could, and we won because of that. So
I don't remember that, but it doesn't surprise me.
I can't say that we won because of that, but I have that on video.
it sure helped. Yeah, yeah,
I have VHS of that, but
yeah.
it certainly made
what now?
everyone remember us.
That is true.
I remember getting frustrated in that band a lot, and I have no idea why now. It sounds like it was incredible fun the whole time.
Sounds like a great time.
It sounds like it was the best band I've ever been in, now that I think.
Yeah.
Well, both things can be true.
This is not an
Yeah,
embarrassing
absolutely.
story, but it's
That's
a
a
story
waste
of
of time.
proportions. So Doug wanted
no.
to try acid.
Oh no!
Do you remember the acid trip, Doug?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so I had a ton of acid. I think I did a sheet of acid over a week, but at the beginning of that started with Doug. And then he's like, okay, let's do it. I'm like, well, let's start with half a hit. Let's take it real easy. And he's taking a half a hit and he's getting nothing. I'm like, are you serious? It took him like 5 hits to get a moderate high. And he's like, I think I'm feeling something. The walls are kind of doing something funny. I'm like, after 5 hits of acid, are you fucking kidding me? He got a moderate high for about 6 hours. And then went to sleep.
Whoa.
Where was I?
Unbelievable.
Why was I not included in this story?
You were eating a steak, Andy.
There was I only did it twice, and the first time was nothing, and the second time was mind-boggling and like scared me enough that I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that again. But yeah, once you were there, but
You never inhaled.
I'm so glad I kept you all entertained.
Well, I may incriminate myself on this one, but this is.
Oh,
this is
I know
the kind
this
of good,
one. This was when I was going to do this, but go ahead.
Well, I don't know, man. There's several that can incriminate me, but I remember when I got the call to do my first big Christian tour, and Doug's like, "We got to celebrate," so he kept me high for 2 days straight in celebration before I moved to Nashville and did the gig. Thank you, Doug.
Appropriate.
Is that the time you guys were smoking, and didn't you like throw up a whole quarter?
Oh no, that's a different time.
That was mine.
Guys.
That was mine.
Yeah.
That was mine. That was mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was coming back from
cheeseburger.
Yeah, coming back from Columbia Mall, and Dave got really sick in the car, and we pulled over, and he vomited
What a
and
waste.
vomited and vomited, and Kurt and I, my wife's brother, were in the back seat, and we were just doing it. We didn't want to laugh at him because it was too cruel, but we were laughing.
It was bad.
And he finally stops, and he gets quiet and goes, "Hey, Dave, you gonna eat that Whopper down there on the ground?"
That was it. That was it.
And then we didn't hold back no more. Yes, those were the
As much
days.
as I'm enjoying these stories, I'd like to hear from Mark and Charlie to hear some shit I really don't know.
Yeah.
We've got nothing. We think Doug is boring.
Yeah.
You know the wrong Doug.
We're like, who
Yeah,
is
yeah.
this guy?
This is
We're on the
old
wrong-
Doug. This
we're
is
on
a
the wrong
different
live
Doug.
stream. We have no
To
idea.
be honest,
This
I
guy
don't.
is-
I don't know if I have a funny story about Doug, but it's weird. Obviously, I live in England, and you guys are in America. But Doug, one of the nicest guys I've never met.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Put that on my tombstone as well.
All around.
Yeah.
He smells really
This
good too.
massive
I mean,
tube
you've got to
smell.
really experience the odor.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
The aroma's all part of the charm.
Doug is a great example of that guy that like will do anything for his friend, and the person that really pisses him off, he'll bury. At least the old Doug. I don't know about the past.
Mark,
10 years, Doug.
would you care to chime in now? You've had some of those experiences.
I think I've had the full gamut of Doug pissed off, and he's your number one champion, but he always comes back. I think the thing that I love about Doug is that he
I
can
said
sense-
this stuff is for the funeral. We saved this stuff for the funeral. We want funny and
No,
embarrassing.
because that was gonna be my last question out when we exit out of here. Is and I'll save that for later. But that's the thing about Doug is he knows your faithfulness. I think he knows who his real friends are versus who his enemies are. And so even if he's pissed off at you, it doesn't matter because and I'm just like, and when Doug gets pissed off at me, I'm like, come on, dude, it's me. He's like, oh, sorry, man, sorry. It's all right.
And here's one thing I can tell you, with the exception of Charlie, who we've only known a brief time, is I've talked about each one of you behind the other one's back.
I'm sure.
Ooh,
Oh yeah.
ooh, fantastic.
I have spoken to each of you about each of you, so
Yes, but
in a
you
weird
also
way, you're
started-
related by gossip or something.
I feel like I kind of
you-
know those of you I don't, which would be mostly one of
Here's
you.
the
But
thing.
you get the
Here's
idea.
the thing I know about Doug. He's spoken about every one of you very highly. That's
Yeah, he's
what's
never
really
pulled a
cool.
dick move. None
He's
of you
got a
guys have
bad
bad
judge of
stories.
character.
Yeah, same.
No, not lies. Funny stories. And,
Oh, okay. Not lies. Oh, all right.
I'm trying to think if I have a real embarrassing story. I mean, I know things.
I
but
do.
they're-
I do.
People-
I've got-
he
I've got
does.
very
Yeah, get his
embarrassing
wife.
Go.
Go ahead. It's bound to happen, man.
So this is on behalf of my wife who would want to tell this story.
Dave bailed on this. I can't believe it. He's
Oh,
probably
no,
going
no,
to
no, no, no,
He's going to another computer so he can start screen grabbing it.
Oh,
We can still hear you. Go ahead.
I
There
don't
he
know
is.
what happened. Sorry.
Oh, there you are. There you are. They are.
Mark's teeing up to knock one out of the park here for everyone.
All right, so here's what I got. Here's the best embarrassing story that I got on behalf of my wife. She would give this is the top of any story that
she would love to tell this.
She would, and I would not tell it as well as she would. So Doug and Jackie, newly married. You guys weren't even married. Probably what? 6 months, 8 months, maybe. I don't. Not even a year.
It was
in the spring. You bought that house on Franklin.
We didn't buy it. We were
together
renting.
22 years. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So they were newly married. We met them like 2 months after they were newly married. They bought this house, a little house, and we painted it like a freaking Mexican
That's true.
restaurant.
That's true.
That's because it was like purple in one room and orange in another room and
pink in one, blue.
Phenomenal, fantastic. So for some reason, Sunday afternoon, so we do church, we do worship, we do all this stuff. For some reason, Sunday afternoon, my wife's like, we got to go over and see Doug and Jackie for some reason. So we go over there to his house, little bitty square
box house.
I don't know, what was it, 900?
Literally like 4-room box house.
4 rooms, kitchen, living room, dining room, and a bedroom, and a bathroom maybe. And so we go over there, we get up on the porch, we knock on the door, we're about to knock on the door. I don't think we knocked on the door. We knock on the door.
Did.
And we hear some knocking, but it wasn't knocking on the door. It was the headboard just going to town.
Oh my!
And it was a little house, so I mean, it's not like you can be anywhere and
see the
not
walls
know. It's something, yeah.
The bedroom was the front room in the house. It was.
Yeah,
we were
when you walk
literally
up to
the other
porch,
side of the wall.
When you walk up to
my.
the porch, the bedroom window is literally right there on your left side. And so Demmer and I were like, we gotta go.
I'm surprised thumping was
It's
all
a
you
nooner.
heard.
It's a nooner. It's a Sunday nooner. We gotta go. So we got in the car and we went home. And
I'm surprised you didn't hear whips a cracking and spurs a jangling.
I'm not saying what all I heard, but
I had a similar story to that. One of my friends actually.
You ain't heard me from England.
No, well, no.
Just tell them the
Yeah, just change it to me.
Yeah, we'll change it to you. So right, there was this guy in England called Doug, and I went to go and see Doug at Doug's house in England.
By the way, let me stop you with your accent. Every time you say Doug, it reminds me of the guy on Thor Ragnarok. It's like, hey, Doug, he's got his friend and all that. You ever see that movie?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Another
so
day,
just
another
say,
Doug.
Hey, Doug. Yeah. Hey, Doug. I think Doug's dead. No, he's not. He's alive. I mean, your accent's perfect for that.
We shouldn't talk about movies on this show because the last time we did that, I lost the quiz massively.
Sorry.
Well, we've had
quiz
several movie
because
discussions.
Because I was so tragic, Doug sent me DVDs in the post. I got these films, like American classics, I suppose. Never heard of these things over here. But yeah.
Classics to me. Classics to me.
Yeah, classics to you. Yeah, all the questions were about 2 films, so I was lost. Like, I didn't get the one question right. I won't get the second one right. It was done. Was that 5 films? No. There was about 2. Anyway, so I was outside my friend's house, and I could see something moving in the gap of the curtain. So I peered through, and I could see my friend having a good old time with some bird. And then I'm like, yeah,
bird.
Yes. Yeah, it was a bird.
Good old time.
A good old time, a good old time in old Blighty. What's a bird?
So pleasant.
Well, you call girls chicks, right? So
there you go, birds, chicks.
Okay.
Right.
nice.
Right.
Small birds.
I've called my mate over to go. Here, have a look at Doug having a go at this bird. He's come to the window. He's got 2 girls in there. So we didn't leave.
Hey, we don't know nothing about that.
Save that for Dave's birthday.
Where's the leave button? Yeah.
We didn't leave. We took photos through the window and knocked on the door. We just we took him right out of his stride. He didn't speak to us for weeks.
You can send those photos to everyone here right now.
It's tragic.
I got to tell
Pretty
you,
fluffed up, man.
one of my favorite memories now that was
Oh
just
man,
weird
Dave.
is when,
Here's the problem, Dave. Is
Dude.
that I was drunk and high all the time, and you weren't. You've got all the memories.
I know
This is
I've got
not
all these
fair.
Crazy memories, dude. It's nuts.
Dave, I
You're-
can mute Doug at any time if you need me to. And just let you go to town.
He's going to want to mute me before long. So, no, man, when we had West Side Story at the Doghouse, when the opposing band of Mike Cuther and all them came in to beat you up. Do you remember that?
What? Is it? Wait, is
Dude,
it the
I
guy
thought
that
we were
sang
all
like
going to
this?
start dancing and singing like West Side Story or something. It was hilarious, man.
Oh,
Was that the guy that sang with the eyebrows?
Yeah, he had the long hair. Yes, that's
Yeah.
exactly who it was.
They were gonna beat Doug up.
They came in.
Dude, it was him and Dave.
Dave.
You remember Dave that
Me?
you lived with in Columbia? Not Dave, the other Dave, the guitar player guy. What was his
Dan.
name? Dan.
Dan Heyer.
It was Dan.
Yeah.
Dan and the guy
Dan.
and the guy that Dave named. Say his name again.
Mike Cuther was his name.
Cuther. There was three of them
Yeah.
came in, and in the middle of it, Dan comes over and
Aftershock. That was the band.
Yep, Aftershock. Dan came over to me and started like talking and went before, oh man, I hate that this kind of thing happens, and I'm from California and everything's just cool out there and everybody gets along. And I was like, okay, awesome. Could you tell those guys to quit threatening me before I lose my sense of humor about it? Yeah, we were sitting drinking at the Doghouse because I was
Yeah.
not old enough and they would let me because I was with you.
Yep.
So.
Well, we got Dan back when we opened for them as Quite Contrary,
Ah, yes.
right? So we aced that.
What was that?
That's right.
You don't
was
remember the
the
gig
Quite
at the,
contrary band.
at the Spike? They were Mary Mary, and so
Mary
we from
Mary,
one night
and
we
you
called
all were
ourselves-
Yes.
and then we silly stringed the whole place.
Silly String Night. Oh,
Yeah.
and I got in trouble. One of my earliest bars I've gotten thrown out of.
I'm gonna piggyback on Mark's story, and I'm gonna push
Oh,
the
goody.
limits.
Oh,
in
no.
respect to
Remember,
Doug
it's a
with
live stream here, so keep it
with-
friendly.
With what I can say, I'm just gonna ask before I start this: is your wife or your daughters within listening distance?
Oh yeah, everybody cover up.
It
your
is
friends.
live stream.
Then I'm not gonna
It's
tell the
live
story.
streamed. We're all streamed.
Tell the story. Tell the story.
I'll just say this.
Tell the
It
story.
has to do with Doug and Jackie dating
Oh,
early
no.
on in a really crappy house in Kirksville.
Oh man.
But I don't think I should tell the story if other people are going to hear it. I don't
There was
think I
more
should.
than one crappy
Yeah.
house.
Is this being
Yeah.
streamed on YouTube, Doug?
I lived in a series of crappy houses.
You had two
Olivia
different
did crappy
apartments in the
houses.
same crappy
Yeah,
house,
is this
if
the
I
one where you lived
remember
upstairs
right.
and downstairs? Yes, yes.
But the other story I'll tell, and I don't have a lot of great bad stories about Doug. Like Doug is like
come
the
on.
sweetest guy that I love
Yep.
dearly.
That's
But
right.
We were in
Put that on
another
my tombstone.
shitty house that Dave Browning and I lived in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What was the place that was across from Baltimore?
211 Fillmore, something
Five-
like that.
Fillmore.
At one time we
Fillmore.
had
I was Fievel. Fievel was me.
The-
They were
the-
Fillmore.
the electric, the water, the cable, and the phone were all shut off because we couldn't pay the bill. That's how
That's
bad
right.
it was. That's a
That's
great
true.
photo, Mark. I like that. And we kept all the PA for the band in our living room. And Doug came over one night, and we were just hanging out on the floor where there was like no furniture, just a bunch of huge ass speakers. And he farted so loud,
Dude, I remember
it
that.
shook the 2x4s, and I
Yes.
felt them separate
Yeah.
underneath me, and I jumped up.
Yeah. You and I looked at each other like, what just happened?
I'd never heard a sound come out of an ass like that before.
I totally
and
agree.
I never felt the earth move from a fart before.
It was weird. It was almost water-like, and then it became misty, and it was weird.
It's the sound that you think the creature from the blue or the Black Lagoon makes when it's
Yeah.
underneath the water.
That's right. That's right. It was scary.
Oh,
It was frightening.
oh man.
The story that I'm not going to tell, and Doug will just know it, and probably the other guy,
The story I'm not going to tell goes like this.
is the Goofy Nose story.
Oh
And I
yeah.
know Doug knows the story.
Yeah.
And he can tell everybody about it.
She wouldn't.
It's a pretty amazing story.
Oh, she wouldn't care, but yeah, it's a pretty funny story.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if I know. I mean, the jacket thing with the big hairy vagina was definitely one I remember.
No, take your time because I gotta.
Dude, one of the ones where we were supposed to be serious and it was impossible was when we were in court, because our bass player and second guitar player took us to court, and we were trying to not crack up. But Doug I thought he was going to get thrown in jail, and the culmination being like, listen here, Your Honor, if they're wanting that much money, I say we take that kid's guitar and we just cut it in half right here, right now, you know. And we all just started busting up laughing, you know. And the judge is like, stop. You know.
Yeah, the guitar player had bought a new guitar when he got in the band.
Yeah.
And then when we parted ways, he wanted us to pay back half of what he had paid for the guitar. So yeah, that was my trying to employ the wisdom of Solomon.
That's what I was wondering, if that was a Solomon thing there.
It made sense.
Well, you know, I tried. I did that and a little too much of the People's Court probably before going in. You know, I was a little too amped. If it please the court, Your Honor, I'd just like to say something about this young man's guitar.
I'm just sitting here.
Lose our jobs tomorrow.
I'm just sitting here listening, realizing I haven't told a story yet.
Great!
Oh, yeah.
I'm not really the historian in any group. I don't really have a very good memory at all.
I lived all this.
Stories about this for the first time, and I'm the key person in the story, or one of them. And so I usually have other people tell me stories, but I'm just trying to think, dude. I don't remember much of that time. All I've got, and probably most of the people here have heard it, but all I got's Downing. One of our very, very first bands ever, did we rent? And you would have to help me complete the story. Did we rent?
If Johnny March had showed up tonight, because he set the whole thing up.
Johnny March.
He was invited. He's a restaurateur now.
Wow.
Yeah,
Is that the guy with the lick? With the Johnny lick?
The Johnny lick, yes.
Yeah. Johnny set that up. He did the building, and then you and I got the PA system. You actually got the money from your dad, I think.
Oh, really?
And
okay.
we went down and got the PA and brought it and set it up, and we had this gig in this town called Downing, which probably has a population of about 17 people.
Yeah.
And it was like the gym of an old high school, and they had torn down the high school around it and left the gymnasium and used it as like a community
A lot of towns
center.
do that in America.
Yeah, so we rented. Johnny
right.
rented this thing, and we brought the PA and set this up. And Johnny allegedly promoted this. I don't know if he did or what he did, but
We had a good crowd, didn't we?
yeah, we probably had 30 to 50 people. You know, all the little towns around. You know, and I'm sure there were people coming in and out that I didn't.
I'd take
notice,
30 to 50.
Go ahead. It was your story.
Yeah, no. I was saying, that's a good crowd for these days.
Andy won't remember it.
No. I do remember for this one for some reason.
Every time I listen to Andy try to start a story about me, I think I'm so glad for short-term memory loss and old age.
Yeah.
It's like he remembers.
It's good for
less
watching
than I
movies
do.
again. Yeah, I know.
So yeah.
But yeah, I had a Floyd Rose tremolo system, and it had the weird little locking things where you couldn't put on a set of
The
strings
following
without cutting the balls
story
off.
will be shared by a guitar player, so he will have to tell you about his rig.
Yes, of course. Anyway, well, it was important because I broke a string and I didn't have the special little Allen wrench to change the string. So I'm like, I can't go on. So there were a couple of area musicians that we were kind of rivals with that were from the area. I guess that would be that being area musicians. And so they got on stage. It was Thad Pickett and...
No, not Thad Pickett. Thad somebody else. Thad Daniels.
Thad Daniels.
And the guy that was the drummer... Tyson Lawson, one of those guys.
Yeah. Started doing a country classic, Taking Care of Business.
Skinner and BTO and stuff. They came up to Johnny and like, while you guys aren't playing, what if we got up and played a few songs?
That was it.
They got up and played a few songs. Andy went to try to find a wrench. I began to drink heavily.
I also didn't know you began to drink heavily. That would explain what came next.
Yes.
I like what
So
you said.
Johnny,
I like
I said,
what
you
you
guys just go play the
interrupt this
gig.
broadcast with the.
You know, I was the rhythm guitarist. I wasn't really essential. And so I was just like, go play, I'm fine. Johnny's like, no, I'm not going to play without you. And then so Doug grabs his, I guess at the culmination of your drinking, grabs his acoustic guitar, comes up there, grabs the mic, I think from what I remember, and says, get off my stage. And does Wanted Dead or Alive with his acoustic guitar. And it was just like, and there were murmurs. There were definitely murmurs in that audience. Oh, but you commanded the audience's attention. You brought it back, man. And he's never let that down.
I think we can all agree that Doug has the biggest set of balls of anybody I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe literally, but definitely figuratively.
Yeah.
I don't know about the first one.
that's
Sitting
one of
on the
them right
floor
behind,
rattling that
right
time.
behind Mark's head is a diagram of one of them.
To scale.
Yes, absolutely.
And
glow
sidebar
like that
on
as well?
Andy's Floyd Royos, that thing never worked. And dude, you stripped out every Allen wrench head on that thing. Dude.
Oh,
You were using regular screwdriver. I mean,
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Do you know what's really sad? Is I still have it on my new guitar. I love the fine tuners. I couldn't give them up. So yeah, my guitar, it's still got that bridge on it for some strange reason, but I don't break strings like I used
The first
to.
step in it, is admitting you have a problem. So
Yes.
So I'm going to go for nostalgia here.
Yeah.
Doug,
while you're doing
sold
that,
me
I'm gonna look up
guitar
some
30 years
photos. I'll
ago.
be right back.
Go on.
Doug sold me a guitar 30 years ago, and I've still got the guitar. And the reason it's important to this story is I'm trying to replace the stupid Floyd Rose pickup. The Floyd Rose trem on that stupid piece of crap. So I refuse to give up. I refuse to give that guitar up. It's my baby. Yeah, remember the old green Kramer?
Kind of blue-green one. You bought it for me.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've also probably
Is
forgotten.
that, is that the blue one that you had?
No.
The blue green one?
No,
that you
wasn't
had
that one. No.
Oh, okay.
This is a different
Okay.
one. We went to New Mexico to start a band, and when we got there, I originally was the bass player and he was the guitar player, and we found a really good bass player. So I said, well, how about I could be the second guitar? And so I went and sold a bass and some stuff I had, and it wasn't quite enough. So Andy did like a Christmas morning thing for me. Then like the next morning came in and it had taken like the little bit that I managed to get from my crap and paid off enough for me to get like a guitar and a pedal board. We had matching pedal boards.
Okay.
Digitech pedal
Oh,
boards.
I remember that. Yeah, I definitely remember that. Yes.
And it was cool.
His pedal boards.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so that's how I got it. And then when I moved back, of course, it came with me. No, when I moved back, I had that weird, it was a left-handed Telecaster copy that you switched over to right-handed for me. And this just evolved into a guitar stories.
Very guitar-centric right now.
Yes,
But all right,
yes.
it's my fault. It's
Guitar-centric
my
world.
fault.
It was a left-handed flipped over, though, so it looked like I was playing Jimi
Really?
Hendrix style. Yeah, you gave me that and a blues breaker and a drum machine and a 4-track when I moved back from New Mexico so we could still send songs back and forth.
Wow, I give you a lot of stuff.
You have. Here's another thing you all have in common, too.
So
Something
here's
else
one
you
more
all
thing I want
share.
to add to that.
You've all
since
spent
I haven't met
a
Kelly,
great deal of money on me, yes. Well, except Charlie.
this
he's
is the
still-
first time I've met Kelly, but I'm in possession of a bunch of your 4-track tapes. And on this 4-track device right here that I bought purposely to transfer all of those said 4 tracks, at some point you'll have digital copies of that stuff.
Oh, man, and the stories you'll be able to tell your grandchildren about what that device
Wow.
is.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Charlie, you should tell your story you told us the other night about your daughter when she found one of your cassettes.
Yeah. This is actually quite funny.
He's
was
got
clearing
a
out
adorable 9-year-old daughter, but
Aw.
I was clearing out a cupboard in my house, and a couple of tapes fell out. And she asked me, "What is it?" And I said, "It's a tape." She was like, "Well, what does it do?" I said, This is what you used to listen to music on. Like before, back in the day, you had like CDs. She knows what a CD is because she puts them in the PlayStation. It's their CDs." And then I said, "Yeah, you used to listen to music on this." And she's like, "What? You can get Spotify on that?" So
Nice.
the massive disconnect there. Like me, I'm a bit of an audiophile, so like I used to collect vinyl, and before then I realized I was wasting all my money. But I used to have tapes, CDs, vinyl. I used to have a whole collection of stuff, and then, it kind of bewilders me actually that I've got a daughter that lives with me that doesn't know anything about music mediums. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like all I do all day is listen to music, or tell her to listen to this, or she'll tell me to. I mean, she's into Ariana Grande, and so am I. As long as the music video's on mute, I'm all good. Yeah, that was awful. I was hoping you might have got that one a bit quicker. The only one I have my side there was Kels. That was it.
No, that's awesome. My daughter only knows about tapes because of the 4-track I've got. She's actually wanting to make a collection of tapes of. So Taylor Swift is her thing right now, right? And every time a new thing comes out from Taylor Swift, you can now get a cassette tape with it. Like, it's one of the things you can buy.
No way.
So I'm buying the original. Yeah. I'm buying the
yeah.
original Taylor Swift tapes so that she has a cassette tape.
Because it made sense with the vinyl a little bit. It doesn't make sense with tapes. These people don't realize how bad these mediums were.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, that warmth of the overdriven amplifier, dude, and a hiss.
Oh no.
Yeah, but you couldn't record music on a vinyl. You had to have a cassette tape to order to record. You had to make your own mixtape off the radio.
Yes.
With a cassette tape. That was the
CDs were the
that
ones.
was it.
As soon as you got CDs come out and you had the connection between that and illegal downloading, it was a wrap, basically.
Well, yeah.
True. Like gone were the days you're waiting for the UK top 40 chart to come on and be like, oh, I want to tape, number 7 because that's like my favorite song this week. It's like you have to kind of cut off the presenter bringing on the song and then cut him off before it ends.
Yep. Son, back in my day, we had to get up early on Saturday and download Casey Kasem off the radio.
Casey Kasem.
I know that guy.
Swell. I go to look for pictures of Doug. I come back and we talk about the downfall of our industry. Thanks. Appreciate you guys.
Did you want to win? Let's talk about the dust stuff Dave likes when he's gone.
The big question is, Dave, did you find any?
No, I have a scrapbook full, including our very first gig ever, the poster that you had cut out all the things.
Naked Girls.
Yes, that one. I have it. So I'll find it and I'll sell it on eBay, but I'll make copies for you all first. So
Doug's genius poster design for the gig was big letters, and I think it was a picture of a girl that said "Naked Girls and free beer," and in little letters it said "Love the band Baby Talk" at whatever the place was.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's marketing genius. That is.
Thank you. I'm glad somebody appreciates me. And that was before there was any of this Photoshop nonsense. I had to find pictures and cut them out and use glue.
That's right.
You should have been Doug. You should have been Donald Trump's campaign manager. It's a win.
You stay over there on that side of the ocean, mister.
You would go find magazines and cut out lips and body parts and all that and make posters. Dude.
Oh man, we got to see those.
I know.
I have one. Like if my wife was home, and I'm thankful that I can use the excuse that she's not. There's a scrapbook. There's a scrapbook of pictures, and I think I have a couple flyers in there and some different memorabilia. Should we call it memorabilia?
Mm-hmm. I think I have a scrapbook that I'm going to go check out and try to find some photos really quick. But I just got to say about the Trump thing, the person who talks to me the most about Trump is my Russian father-in-law. Every morning he talks to me about Trump.
He's a spy.
And he's like, we will persevere. We will make it. All right, I'm going to get the scrapbook. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, nice. I can't wait for this.
I love it. Oh, what fun.
It is to ride with your friends on the Zoom meeting live.
Dude, this is awesome.
Andy is in and out. What is up with Andy?
He's
nursing a baby or something?
He's on a heavy dose of Mountain Dew right now. No, the previous one was a call from home. He's got multiple illnesses at home, so
learn to multitask, dude. I'm still working while I'm on this call with you.
Oh,
nice.
Man.
Good for you, Michael.
Mike's still working because he doesn't have a choice. When they call him, he has to.
Pretty much, dude. I was in an outage all afternoon. I didn't even know if I'd be able to call in, and I've got people texting me telling me they fixed stuff, and other people telling me that the things that they fixed broke this other crap. And happy to have a job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amen. I was gonna say you're
Yeah.
you're like my employment opposite or anti theory because you have to go anytime they call and nobody's calling me. So it's complete
my word's
opposites.
worse. She's a manager. They're calling her at midnight, man.
Right.
And she's apologizing. I'm sorry. Baby, it's your job. So she's up at midnight until 3 for some outage or some craziness with work, and she comes back to sleep. And we work for the same company, so it kind of helps. We understand. We get it. We're both in IT.
IT owns
yeah.
you. You don't get to own IT. It owns you, right?
No, amen. Amen. When you go to the
Hey,
store
woman.
and they're like, "Oh, sorry, the computer's done," I'm like, "Oh no, computers are to make your life crappy."
Hey, woman. Hey, woman.
From the Book of Hebrews. Yeah.
I saw a post today that was brilliant. It was like, when is Disney gonna put out a woman DeLorean instead of a man DeLorean?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's never gonna live that one down. That's for sure.
I thought it was bad enough when they were toying with the idea of a female James Bond, and then now I think that's possible.
I'm down with it. I'm down with it.
I really do. I really do. I
down
think
with
they're going to ruin everything
You know
for
what?
us.
It gives a whole new meaning to the word bond woman, right?
Can I tell you something, Charlie? There was a guy I worked with, and this is going to be a slight aside, and I apologize for it. There's a guy I worked with, and we were talking about the remake of the what's the detective guy?
Inspector Gadget.
No, the was it Conan Doyle?
Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr. And he was like, "Oh, it's not at all accurate. They were blah 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 blah." So I went and I read all of the original stuff. I came back to him and I said, "Oh no, right here it shows, he's doing cocaine." He's like, "He is not." Oh bloody hell! It was hilarious.
I love hearing people do English accents. It's really funny.
I know, because it's terrible.
It's good because Doug does one too. She's really quite good as well.
We've done almost entire sections of podcasts and doing commentary
I
on doing foreign accents.
It never gets old because every single American that does a British accent always does the kind of Londony Cockney type.
Dick Van Dyke, the chimney sweep.
Yeah. No, not like that.
What did you say? What was the word you used? Cockney? What did you use?
Cockney, yeah.
Cockney.
Cockney.
Yeah, Cockney. Yeah, you know what that is?
No.
It's not dirty. Yeah,
It's not.
yeah, it's not dirty.
Oh, okay.
It
I
depends
believe you.
on the guy,
So help me out. What is Cockney?
It's like a subculture of people who used to live in East London. Like it's a London kind of subculture. Like like we spoke about rhyming slang before and things like that. We were looking at rhyming slang. That's
Gotcha.
kind of that's.
Okay. All right.
I remember when Doug and Andy
What up, baby?
sent Kelly and I a guitar pedal in the mail, and it's like, hey, yeah, plug this in. It's real groovy. And then we realized it wasn't a guitar pedal, but it was a container full of weed.
It was a mule.
It was a mule.
I get this letter. Thanks for the red box, man.
So you come back. Well, he didn't come back empty-handed. He picked up Arena to bring her, so you could go. I forgot the book. Couldn't find the book.
I picked up a baby because the dog peed on her puzzle, so my wife is taking the dogs outside.
Oh no!
Welcome to parenthood.
Happy about it.
How
And
old is she?
I failed.
Oh.
I failed in terms of getting the scrapbook, but I do know I have it because I'll tell you, when the first marriage was over, I threw a shitload of pictures away, but none of them were band pictures.
Yep. That's right.
How
That's the
old
way to
is
be,
this
baby.
beautiful young lady?
And Charlie, I'll let you know I'm working
He's not
on
going
my
to tell you.
accent. We're watching Gavin.
No, he's
and
not.
Stacey
He's
again,
ignoring
so I'll
me.
get it down.
I'm
Watching
not wanting
Gavin
to
and
date her. I
Stacey.
just want to know the age.
Gavin and Stacey?
Yeah, that's Wells.
Yeah, but Gavin's from Essex, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Give me a little credit.
I'm just testing you, I'd be more impressed if you could do a Welsh accent than Essex, to be honest. Well, hard to do.
Stacey doesn't do a Welsh accent, right? I mean, nobody on that show does it, right?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, they don't speak in Welsh. They do a Welsh accent.
No, don't speak Welsh. They do the accent.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, where they got no vowels.
So Kelly, please forgive me in advance, but this is a great Doug story. So
no.
This is what?
Cover your
this
daughter's
is a great
ears.
Doug story, but
she
it
won't
does
know
involve
it.
you. So my apologies in advance. So when Kelly was getting married, he had asked Doug and I to be ushers for the wedding.
So great.
And suit and tie and all that. And Doug is like, I'm going to wear a kilt. So he dressed in proper Scottish attire. And in the small town we were raised in, there was nobody knew what a Scottish person was or a kilt. This guy was wearing a dress. And so one guy, after joking all night and snickering, finally asked Doug, "What do you got up that dress?" And without missing a beat, Doug says, "Your wife's lipstick." And he didn't quite know what to say about that. So, end of conversation.
Let me tell you a story that perfectly encapsulates how Doug deals with the world. So we go out that night. It's me, my dad, my brother. Dave,
Oh, this is the bachelor party.
Dave's girlfriend at the time, Ming, right?
Yep.
We go out all kinds of different places. I am so drunk, I literally have to be carried out of the bar. Like, I can't walk. Somebody's got me under my arms. I'm throwing up on the side of the car the whole way home. And the next morning, I asked my dad and my brother, like, was everybody else okay? Like, I mean, I don't know what Doug was doing. I don't know how he got home. And my dad said, yeah, we offered to give him a ride. And he just said, nah, just leave me here on this park bench. He's like, I'll figure it out and I'll get home. And he was fine. He got to the wedding, no problem. No worse for the wear, no crazy story. How could you guys totally there, ready, rocking it? Amazing.
In a kilt, and I want to say there was no warning on the kilt
because he knew I'd love it, and I did love it. It was amazing.
And if I'm not mistaken, didn't members of your family refer to me as Kilty after that?
Yeah, Kilty was his name.
In a 24-hour period, Doug got 3 merit badges. That's amazing, man. Good for you.
And sang at the reception.
That's right.
What did you sing at the reception?
I sang White Wedding with you and your dad and Bill Barnhouse.
Yeah.
Bill Barnhouse.
Your dad was playing bass and you were playing drums. Yeah.
You want to go see Mom? Let's go see Mom. See what she's doing. She's making dinner.
What a time.
Mike,
Mike, you started to say something at some point. I know you did.
I was going to ask if you had a Highland dirk in your kilt.
I did not carry a dirk. It was a friendly wedding, so I didn't see the point in that. You know.
What's a Highland dirk? I don't know what that is.
It's the little knife in your sock.
Scottish dagger.
Like nobody wants to give Doug the sharp object at the family function.
Probably safe.
It was just something everybody agreed was the best plan, you know, looking out for everybody.
Marvelous.
It was great.
Marvelous.
I'm sure we're going to think of a ton of stories later on. I'm kind of pissed.
Oh, yeah.
We might have to make part 2.
Yeah, well, this was part of the plan, was not to give you time to prepare because I didn't want too many stories, you know. You don't want to use them all.
We still have to take questions from the callers, right?
Oh, I got the live chat up.
Oh, man.
Do we have any callers? I don't take them if we have them.
I think we got one thing in the chat from your son before he left for his baseball practice and basketball
and
practice.
That was,
is this being streamed?
Yes, that's what it said when you came in to our YouTube.
So,
it's
sorry
for my collection.
Sorry for the NDA.
Sorry, welcome to live stream.
Everything is live streamed.
Tanisha from Black Lives Matter is on the phone for you, Doug.
Oh, good.
Who's on the phone?
She told me she was going to call, and I've been hoping. I saw we're up to 2 concurrent viewers at one point, so you know.
One of them's me.
One of them's me. Oh, we're 3 then, because Andy turned his off. We had 3 before, so
he turned his off.
Yeah,
I think so.
People don't know what they're missing.
Now you've mentioned BLM, you've gone down to 0.
I was going to say, we probably got the CIA watching now.
Yeah,
so
Dave, say
good.
something nice about Hillary
say something
again.
nice about
Yeah.
Hillary.
David,
We
David,
love
Hillary,
give
we
us a
love
Mary.
you. Barack, you're the best
love-
president
Yeah, thank
ever.
you.
We're good,
Yeah.
guys. Okay, we're
Yeah, I'm not even safe in England, so thanks for that.
And you're going to blame us for that, huh?
Brexit is wonderful. We love you. There you go.
Yes.
You got no
Oh, the
idea.
world is a
Jump
clusterfuck
right off
right
into
now.
the-
That was like 8 years of continuous, from my point of view, like before Brexit was even a word, I was pushing for people to look at the European Union and go, is this really what the UK needs? And then Nigel Farage came along and just kind of like blew up that argument in everyone's face, and here we are. So yeah, I wonder
Well,
when he's going to get a
Kind of a
knighthood.
forerunner.
What's that?
This is going to
So
be one
anyway,
of the few
vote
times
for
you'll
Renault.
catch me without an
Thought.
opinion.
Don't
See,
have an
Kelly,
opinion on this one.
I'm not opinionated. I don't have any idea what he's talking about.
Yes, you do.
I believe one of those things.
I am completely ignorant of all things.
Oh, wait, you were explaining Brexit to me one time.
Well, in vague terms, I don't know about it like he knows about it. Like I always have to when he starts talking about, I always have to ask questions because I'm like, now what's a Tory?
Let's what's a Tory? Oh, here we go. Let's put it this way.
I'm ignorant.
When you guys have Independence Day, you have fireworks, and I said this on the New Year's.
You
chat
guys
we had,
don't
didn't I?
celebrate Independence Day with us?
I
Sorry,
mean, yeah,
go
we
on.
do because we're so glad to be rid of you. That's what it is. We think, thank God, we are not in control of that mess anymore. Thank God for that. Right?
Sorry, go
I mean,
on.
Yeah. So, New Year's Eve, we've got Brexit is finalised at 11 o'clock, and then you've got New Year's at midnight, as always. So the BBC, instead of celebrating the most monumental political decision of the country this century, you know, it's like they put up a picture of the docks at Dover and a lorry and a police van to signify the story that we'd left the European Union, as if to say things are going to get a bit ropey down at the docks. Whereas I'm thinking to myself, there should be like a Union Jack on the side of Parliament, like beamed on, or there should be like, a message from the Queen or something like that. And we get a picture of a lorry next to a police van, and you guys get festivals and concerts and fireworks.
Oh.
You know, it's crazy. So yeah, hopefully next year that we might get it right. But you know, it's divisive over here. You know, it was kind of like a split thing over here. 52 voted for
Politics divisive? Come on.
No, you know, but you guys
Don't
love
come on here
independence,
and
you know.
lie on my live
I
stream,
mean,
man. I'm not putting up with
You've
it.
messed up independence, but you love it. Like, it's okay.
Oh, it's a splitter here. It's like the biblical mothers against brothers against. I mean, me and my daughter, we just don't talk politics anymore. It's hard. It's a
How
splitter
old
here.
is she, Andy?
She is
Oh, you ready?
25.
Oh, shit.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
right in
okay.
the.
Oh, this is embarrassing
You got
stories about
bigger fish
Doug
to fry
Day.
than politics.
Just so you know.
What's
Yeah,
the embarrassing story? Go ahead.
I thought you were going to say something about me always saying that whenever you guys got older and had daughters, I was going to date all of them. Because I have 3 daughters now in their 20s.
So one time I was out with Andy's daughter.
Yeah, Andy, ironically, has the first dateable daughters in the group. So yeah.
The stories I remember about you, Dave, also have multiple females in them. So
It's not Dave's birthday. That's not fair. I'm gonna start feeling
Let's
jealous.
pretend it is Dave's birthday.
Yeah, let's
He was
pretend.
the most wicked one of the whole bunch.
Oh no!
I can promise you, if we do one of these for my birthday, it will never set
Oh,
face on
yeah.
live stream
It would be
whatsoever. So,
My internet dropped out.
Uh-oh.
Man.
yeah.
that's going to affect our
You
live
can't
stream.
tease us
Tell
like
it now.
that,
Tell
Dave.
the story now, Dave says.
That's it. You can't tease us like that.
Does no one have a good worship fail band story from Doug? Nobody has that.
Worship fail.
It wouldn't even have to.
I mean,
Where
I
to
think
start?
I fell by default, don't I?
Boom. Self-inflicted.
Because I'm an atheist, so I don't think I can get involved in this conversation. I'm an instant fail.
There's
I love
plenty
Hillary
of
and
assholes
Obama,
in
so I'm
church,
all right.
Yeah.
Charlie.
Yeah.
Pardon?
There's plenty of assholes in church. There's nobody that gets a free ride or a pass because they're in church. I know lots of dicks that hang out in church. Literally.
Is that a version of There's Room at the Cross for
What kind
Charlie?
of church
What is
are you
it?
going to where they let the dicks hang out?
Probably the Roman Catholic one.
What is
The
this,
Roman
porn
Catholic.
church?
It's Lutheran.
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 Ooh.
That's that reformist theology we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to stop with the religion jokes because we're
That's
going to leave
awesome.
Charlie. It's not going to be interesting.
The internet's just going to keep
man.
going out.
No, I like
That's
religious
great.
jokes. I do like them.
He's an atheist. He's not going to get offended.
Choose
Yeah.
Calvinism.
I'm not
Choose
gonna be offended.
Calvinism. Yeah.
It's already been chosen.
Yeah.
It's just without your decision.
Destined for Arminianism. Oh, we're back on live.
Fair
Back
warning.
online. I can see.
Sorry.
For
you
some
all
reason,
again.
we got for some reason I noticed we got cut off, and then
Yeah,
now
I
we're
got
back
my
on.
internet
So-
went out.
CIA,
My
man.
internet went out, and I don't know why the call never cut out, but the live
It's
stream
because
did.
we were talking about worship. That's why.
Probably the God
We
was
got
like,
cut
"You're
off.
not putting that on the
Yeah.
internet.
You're
Go ahead and
not-
tell your
we
little
looked it up.
stories."
We didn't,
I was thinking
we
deep
didn't,
state, but okay.
Yeah.
You're not
We didn't
talking about
preface the
Rick
conversation
Warren
with an I
on
love
this
Hillary.
live stream.
There you
That's
go.
that's yeah. We
Like
we'll
every
leave that
30
in
seconds, Dave just needs to say he loves Hillary. And
Yeah.
No, man, we got to go to
Yeah.
the altar of Hillary before every statement, every subject
it.
matter.
The altar. Hillary.
Oh, my
that's great.
heavens.
You're terrible. You're
And
terrible.
I'm sure that Doug and I have had plenty of worship fails because we've done a lot of worship together. But I don't know, from the power going off to the
Lots
guy
of that
in the
kind of
audience.
stuff. Oh,
was
okay. I got
the-
one.
the-
I got one.
Okay,
This,
okay,
this
go-
isn't
go for
on
it.
me, but this will kind of
Set the tone.
Man, you know what? And I don't know if I should say it or not. Man,
The answer to that's usually no.
I'm not good at this.
Don't say it.
This new
Just-
political
just
correct speech. I'm just
create something false.
okay. Here's what happened. I'll tell you about the story.
Yeah, one removed.
We used to do a thing. It was a little 3-piece like band that I wrote some songs, and we would go around to different other churches and youth events and things like this, and we would go and show up at their deal, and we would sing our little songs. Usually there would be, their little deal. We go to their little deal and
Is this
and
Joe
do a
Beal?
little
Is
deal.
this Joe Beal?
Yes,
Is
this is
this
Joe
Joe
Beal. This is Joe Beal. So, can you check that on your phone while I'm
Yeah.
doing this and
I-
see?
should-
Because it's
should I have
not.
said that? I should have said that.
It says it's
I'm
streaming, but well, it's all right. I'm not seeing anything moving, and I don't know why. Anyway, it says it's at 2 minutes and 8 seconds, but
Hold
I don't
on.
know.
Let
I
me
don't know
create
what's
Hillary
going
real
on.
quick.
Okay. You know what?
Hillary.
She's either going to have me.
Oh,
off
here it is.
tonight
It's coming on.
or-
It's coming on. It's all good.
Oh, okay.
All right. So what I don't know is, hey, does this automatically record on Zoom?
No,
I
you have
think
to
you have to
select
hit the
that
record
okay.
on
button.
purpose.
Please tell
That's
me
cool.
you're not hitting it. Please tell me you're
No,
not hitting it.
it's all
Please
good.
tell me you're
Everything's
not.
all good.
Okay.
So yeah, we went to one of these little things in a town neighboring our town, and it was usually it'd be like a couple music groups, and maybe there'd be somebody'd do a skit or something like that, and then a preacher kind of guy would get up and preach. So we got up and we did our songs. Of course, I wrote these songs, so they were moderately hip and trendy, and they were kind of poppy and happening and commercially cool for all the Christian kids that like the contemporary Christian rock back there in the late 1990s and early 2000s. And we played, and it was all cool. And of course, our church, it was like I don't want to say it's inner city church, but it was a mixed church. We had partially like a lot of the white kids would come in from the rural areas, and the urban kids would come in from the urban areas.
Urban.
Yes,
The urban area of Columbia.
Let's say it was
Urbanites.
racially mixed.
Urbanites.
Racially mixed.
Right. It was a racially mixed crowd that was, and everybody was happy together, and they all got along.
Thank
all
God
the time.
there were no he's
That's-
or she's.
Here's what I'll say: we did that for a couple years, and that is one problem we never had, like within the group of kids that we had. There was never any racial strife. But anyway,
Go on.
allow me. If I may, the corpse has the floor. So we do our numbers, and the kids from our group know the songs, and they're kind of grooving and jiving and having a good time, and everybody's dancing of all races. A
People
veritable,
of the world holding hands.
a veritable
Yes.
rainbow
100
Yes.
meter range,
of,
the 200 meter
of pinks, a rainbow of pinks and browns. It was like those little Brock's
Imagine
candies.
there's no borders.
So we do this, and it's like, and everybody's together, and they're all having a good time, and it's all happy. And they've got this kid here, and everybody's like, oh, you got to hear this kid preach. Powerful preacher. He's like 14 or 16. He's a kid.
Maybe.
And he's wearing a bad suit, and he's got the whole like 70s thing going on. And he gets up, and he goes into this tirade about modern Christian music. And how awful it is.
You have to mention that he was talking about the 1611 version of
Yeah.
King.
That was his lead off. Only the 1611 version of the King James Bible is the real Bible.
Mm-hmm. That's
Then,
right.
then
authorized.
That's right.
From there, that's how do you think it got authorized?
It has to be made by a king to be for a king.
You know what we're talking about, Charlie. You know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Charlie's completely bored now. I don't know what you're talking
I know
about.
our wondrous history, with the Bible. Yeah, I know.
You know King
Okay.
James, right? King James.
King
He's
King
from
Jimmy?
history, right?
Speed dial,
Jimmy.
look.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite royals.
To tell you the truth,
Him and
that
Burger
period of time
King.
actually was.
You gonna eat that Whopper?
The band Queen.
Nice one, David.
So anyway, this diatribe he goes into about modern music begins to devolve. And he starts to select certain members of our demographic so he can rail specifically about music that they might like using some derogatory language.
Uh-oh.
Now he didn't go to the wall with it, but he didn't miss the wall by much. And we were just standing in the back going, did he just say that?
Yes, he did.
And it was
Yes.
like, yeah, and we were out the door.
Wow.
And this was
Speaking
you
of-
and Mark on this gig?
Me and Mark and a girl that sang with us. It was three of us. We had our little
Yeah.
pre-recorded music tracks, and I played guitar, and we sang harmonies. And
It was probably on the drum machine that Andy gave you as a gift.
it was the little music machine was from Andy.
Yes, the little MIDI unit. Yes.
Yeah.
Mini.
That's
It
awesome.
was it was a little Roland, and it was like, oh, it's the size of a
Yes.
Palm Pilot. No, it's the
man.
size of a small Bible and weighs like 3 bricks. But yeah,
It was
you
the
can program
most,
music
It was
on
the
that, sure.
most high-tech device we had in worship at the moment. It was
Yeah.
phenomenal.
We were very
Remember
advanced.
that. Yeah.
Very
Well,
advanced.
speaking of Christian bands, I remember in Columbia,
Uh-oh.
Doug and Kelly, and I forget who else. Maybe been only 3 or 4 of you. I wasn't in on it. I was filming it for you all that night, but you were playing a gig with this My Dog Lucius or My Little Puppy Dog or something. It was some band you all were opening for. And it was the first time I've ever seen like the Christian band where the lead singer, sorry, I said guy, but the lead singer was like giving head to a 58 microphone. And the chick guitar player had the bottle of beer she was using as a slide the whole time. And it's like,
What are you talking about?
you don't remember that? It was a downstairs gig somewhere off Broadway.
We need
It
a
was
little
down
more
in a
context
basement.
here.
And
Is this one of those videos got taken off of Pornhub recently
it
for
was
being unverified?
literally probably
Columbia.
6 months before we all went our separate ways.
Was this Bogota plan?
Yes.
Bogota playing. That was it.
With Dan and the other guy that used to come down on the weekends. We all shack up in your
Greg?
house on the weekend. Greg, yeah, we
Yeah.
played in the basement. At your house, doing the one
That
gig
was
we
that
played was
ethnic group you all had.
it was another one, and it was the basement on Broadway.
That's
think is what it was
right
called.
down in the basement.
I don't remember that gig, but I remember having a lot of fun playing with Doug on that gig, rehearsing in the basement of our place. I remember that very well.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was tremendous fun.
And we had, at that place where we lived, where we had the pumpkins that they'd been on there, they'd been on the porch for like 6 months.
Yeah.
And then those two guys brought a samurai sword and chopped them up. Like they took turns chopping them up as people drove by while
That's
we lived
right.
on the edge of the hood. They're two guys,
Yeah.
a white and black guy, chopping pumpkins up.
I remember
The
that.
samurai
Yeah.
swords. Yeah.
We filmed that?
And the only I'm about to out myself again. The only reason I remember
Uh-oh.
filming that all is because
There's Mike's got the
at the-
audio cassette.
Well, at the end of the night, I was like, man, this was a great gig and all that. And I went to the bathroom and I filmed myself using the restroom. And And that particular night, I had already gone to bed, and you all were watching it in the living room. And I was sitting there waiting. I'm like, I know this moment's about to show up because I didn't tell you all. And then all of a sudden, I hear this ridiculous laughter for like 4 minutes of you guys just cutting up because here's this little unexpected moment of glory that you didn't expect. And
Tonight's guest star.
yeah.
Tiny Dave.
Rodriguez. Yeah. So yes, but
Wow.
that was a crazy weird night. So
Yeah.
And kudos to Michael for having that cassette.
That's
Man,
isn't that the 4-track one? I think that was actually
That's the
recorded
4-track
in the
one.
basement.
Yeah, I have a digital copy of it somewhere. I
I
think.
do. I have somewhere on
wow.
That's crazy.
Can you get Spotify on that?
mine.
If you record it on first.
Yeah.
Let me be the
That's
first
right.
to say what a couple of tools those two dudes we were playing with.
See, I'm not aware of any of that. You guys you and Dan left for Dallas together, and you guys were friends and lived together. And as far as I knew, everything was good. And then I came down like, "Hey, where's Dan?" And you're like, "Don't ever speak to me about. Don't ever say that name to
Really?
me." And
Oh man.
I asked you a
Wow.
couple years ago. I'm like,
Dude.
"So what was the deal with Dan? Don't ever say his name to me."
Well,
Dude.
first of all, I'm a giant douche for saying that, but they it was just all opportunistic. Like everything about them was opportunistic, whether it was with us or then when we moved to Dallas, as opposed to staying in touch, really caring about somebody, wanting to help them out. But everybody's got their own story. But yeah, the fun of that band was playing with you. I really enjoyed that.
Have you
You
guys
too,
always
guys.
been in bands?
Sorry?
Have you guys always been in bands?
Some of us were adult film stars for a while. No.
Dave,
I have
No,
two
not me.
cassette tapes
You have
right
cassettes.
here. I have 2 cassette tapes right here. One of them is the 3 of us doing Jesus Freak.
I remember that.
easy talk, baby.
Do you remember that? When we
Do you,
went to
but do you
Six
have the
Flags?
video? Do you have the video?
I don't have the video. I think you have the video, or Meg
Oh,
has
I
the video.
may
don't
have the
remember.
video.
But then I've got the Doug Does Money songs.
Oh man.
Here it is.
What is that?
I don't know that one.
Yeah, I'm
The
intrigued.
Doug Does Money songs. They were offering songs that we did during youth, and they were just random. They were random
You
things where I
know-
would say, okay, we're going to take some offering. And this was during our youth ministry. And we would say, I want to take up some offering. And Doug's going to sing a song. Go. And he would make up a bunch of crap. And
I
this
need
is
that.
A cassette.
Yeah.
I need that.
I will.
Doug Money songs.
I'm going to say 2 things. First of all, if it had not been for Love Boat Dude Ranch, that would not have been possible. And the second thing I'm going to say is if you buy that cassette, and we used to give them away, that's how much value they're worth. In addition to all the songs that I made up on the spot, is one selection from Spinal Tap.
Oh.
Which one? I have Give Your Money to God.
Stop
Say
wasting
something
my
about-
time. Bow down, down, down.
You know what I want.
Happy birthday,
So-
Justin. Sesame
Give me
Street,
some
baby,
money.
baby. Wait, and of course everybody's favorite, Kumbaya.
Charlie,
Kumbaya.
again, with the exception of you, because you're new to the gang, but everybody here I have been in a band with at one time. So third thing everyone has in common. We've all been in different bands together.
Charlie, it's time for you to come to America so that
Yeah.
you can go on
So
tour with
that's-
Doug for at least
That's not
one
100% true.
Uh-oh.
I've
one day.
played with you guys, but I've never was in an actual band
Hey,
with
now.
you. I pretended.
It was for 10
Uncommittal.
days. For 10 days we had a
Yeah.
band.
Yeah.
I've never really wanted
He's
to be in a
backing
band.
me
I
up.
it was like a brass band.
That's the
Well,
perfect
they're
reason
too
to be in a
expensive.
band. Never
you want to be
in a
like
band.
Charlie Sansom and the Charlie Sampson Orchestra.
Yeah, I want to be Charlie Bublé. That's what it is.
Charlie Bublé.
That's it.
That sounds so elegant.
You know, I went to a bar once, and when I first got involved in singing,
I've been to bars lots of times.
like around 2010, 11ish, like Michael Bublé become like a really big like superstar, and excuse me. Yeah, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to use this to my advantage, and I started marketing myself as some sort of like tribute act to Michael Bublé, so I could get more gigs, and because he was really popular, they paid more. So I was like, all right, I'll do this for
I'm
a while.
not surprised.
And
You
every
did a
single time
great
we went to the
job.
bar-
The Christmas stuff was aces. Absolutely.
Brilliant.
And I went into this bar, and you get people that want to talk to you, and they want to say hello, and like you've all been there, I'm sure. People want to come buy you a drink after your sets or whatever. And I mean, Doug looked surprised.
No one
That's
ever
'cause you
wanted
got
to
thrown
buy
out
me
of
a
the bar
drink.
before you got the offer. That's why you got to wait before you get thrown out to get offered the drink.
Now you got it.
Even when you were in your underwear,
Nobody ever wanted to buy me a
Nobody?
drink.
Ever?
But no one,
knew what
no one ever
happened.
remembered
buy
your
you a
name.
drink.
Like they'd ask you what your name was, say I'm Charlie, but then half an hour later they'd be like, "Oh, Michael, do you want a beer?" And it'd just be okay. So it was pointless trying to market myself as myself. But then I kind of gave up the whole the tribute thing and started just doing what I wanted to do, just with my own name. And then people actually remembered that my name was Charlie, not Michael, which was great. But some people, even friends of mine, have got me saved in their phone as Mickey Bubble, which I think is
Nice.
Nice.
That's why I quit introducing myself as Meatloaf. It got to be a real hassle.
Well, I was
videos?
looking to put forward a
Hey,
band.
hey.
Like I wanted to put forward like a brass band, but it's just too expensive. No one wants to rehearse for that over here, and it's far too niche.
We can do a klezmer band. It's smaller.
Yes. Yes.
Doug,
Can I
Doug,
play
birthday
clarinet?
boy. Doug,
How about
Doug,
this?
birthday
I'm
boy.
just gonna pitch the idea.
birthday man. Hold on.
klezmer,
There's somebody
Michael Bublé
wanting
tribute
to
band.
enter.
We got somebody coming in.
Uh-oh.
We got somebody
wanting-
wanting to enter Babu. Who's Babu, Doug? Is this somebody we should let in, or is this
don't
some
know.
random person?
They got a number.
Clint,
What's the worst thing that can
trolling.
happen?
Don't do it.
I don't know.
Hillary, no.
No.
Do it.
Dave says no. Should we let
It's
him in?
Hillary
Go.
Clinton, don't
Go.
you do it.
All right, I'm letting him in. Here we go.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
They're joining. Here we go.
Drum roll, please.
Dun, dun,
Da, 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 da.
dun.
Oh, man.
Hey.
There's no girls allowed in here.
This is
is
Bobby
a-
Martin.
This is a man party.
I don't hear the voice yet.
You're
Bobby,
muted.
You're muted.
You're muted, Barbie.
Muted.
You're muted, Bobby.
Oh.
You're muted. There you go.
There you go.
There
Okay,
you go.
now am I muted?
Yes.
Nope.
No.
There
Now,
you go.
now we can hear you. Could you hit,
can hear you.
hit the
We can
button
hear you.
again?
Happy birthday!
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks for stopping by, San Diego. How are you?
Good.
Well, awesome. We're just here hanging out and talking and stuff. It's your husband, Darvin.
Oh man, there he is.
What's going on,
Darvin.
man?
Holy crap. I lost my
Man,
hair.
what happened to your head,
That's
man?
weird.
Dude, what happened to your head?
See that glowing up there?
Man, that is
Yes.
shiny.
That is
I lost a
beautiful.
bet.
No,
Dude, that is
I lost a
beautiful.
bet. Joe
Man,
Biden
that's the most beautiful thing I've seen all night.
I know.
That's high gloss. How many coats of wax do you got on that? Dude, that's admirable. See, that's why I quit doing mine like that, because I could never get it to look that good. It just looked
That's why you
stubbly and
wear
bad.
the hat
I look
that
like a
says
dog
IP
with the
and
mange is what I look like.
Well,
You don't shave yours?
I did for a while, but no, I could. It never looked. That's what I said. It never looked good. I got scraggly long hair now.
What
So
you talking about? It looks good.
Doogie, guys, I got to go help feed the baby and with bath time. I
Oh.
hate to leave because I'm literally having an amazing time.
whoever
I
thought
was
internet could
bothered.
be so much fun, right?
If you do it again, I'm in. Just tell
Okay.
me.
All right. Thanks,
Okay.
Kelly.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Good to
I
see
love
you,
you.
buddy.
Thank you, brother.
Bye.
Have a
you,
good night,
Kelly.
man.
Bye.
Here now, everybody's square will get bigger. Whee!
Nice.
Now we all get more real estate. So,
Doug
how are
and
you
Bobby,
fine people?
We need some, hold on. We need some.
Oh.
We need some good. Embarrassing stories of Doug. This is his birthday celebration.
Yeah, we're doing
so
we're
please.
doing this Dean Martin roast style, so everybody's
Yes.
allowed to tell
So
their
give it to us. Give it to us. Come on.
funny or embarrassing.
We're both. We're both.
Take it easy, because he's old and he's fragile. Well, they're just gonna smile like they don't know any.
We're gonna put you on the spot. We're gonna put you on the spot.
There's so many.
There's so many.
I know. That's why I didn't tell any. I'm like, where do you start? Where do you start? So
Personal favorite is the watermelon pants are a personal favorite.
there you go. All you had to do was see. I knew he'd have something. He's sitting there all coy.
Man, I had forgotten about the watermelon pants.
And the French fry pants, and the lizard pants,
And the what?
And the
Which
lizard
other
pants,
pants?
the French fry pants.
The French fry pants.
Yeah, I had an
Man,
entire wardrobe. My wife, for a period of my life, I don't know why I started wearing what they used to call lifter pants because I ain't no lifter, but they were really comfortable. So she started, rather than buying them, finding crazy fabric at the store and making them for me. So
Crazy.
I had all kinds of crazy fabric pants. The most famous of which looked like the inside of a watermelon. Well, it's kind of partially inside, partially outside. But yeah, that kind of after nose ring guy, I kind of became known as watermelon pants.
Watermelon
guy for a
pants.
period, so.
Watermelon pants.
Wow, was that one of your children?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Do you still have one in captivity?
Hi. Happy birthday.
Hi, thank you. I appreciate it. What's going on there at the? Is everybody home for the holidays? Or everybody back to school yet? Or
Sid went back today, and Ashton is last semester senior year. So. And Kian's in 8th grade. She just.
Oh
came in.
yeah. I can't remember all of them. You guys kept having them. We stopped.
They just
Come here.
keep falling out. Hey,
Do we need some watermelon pants out there?
watermelon pants is a deterrent, I guess.
Yeah. yes, it was
That's
for a
what you were
time.
missing. You forgot those.
You got any fetus pants or something?
No. I got some
has a button, though.
officially licensed Ken Henry Looney Tune pants is what I'm looking for.
Yes. We got to get those back. We got to get those back.
We got to get those back.
Holy Ghost!
Chicken nugget head. That's one of my favorite Darvin Martin quotes.
Chicken nugget head.
Yeah. We had a singer of some local renown that came to church one time, and when he left, we were talking about him one time, and Darvin referred to him as Chicken Nugget Head.
I don't remember that. I wouldn't say something like that.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, you.
You roasted him, not me.
What?
If only Clay were here.
What was it, his hair?
Yeah,
Oh,
he had the big
man.
woofy hair. Yeah.
He had the big woofy Ken Henry hair, the big Pentecostal hair, closer
evangelistic
to God, closer to
hair.
Higher the hair, the
Hair
closer, to God.
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Funny.
Good times.
Yeah.
We don't have the cool background.
No,
Nah, well,
we got like a dirty refrigerator behind us.
you probably have the
That's
good
good
sense not to do
That's
this on
good
the
enough.
regular. I introduce you to everyone. This is my friend Mike Harwood in Denver, Colorado. He's a computer technology and musician friend, Dave Browning, who you may or may not have met, super producer in the Nashville area. Mark Walker, who you probably have met once or twice, and
Once or
at the
twice,
other
yes.
side, well, on my screen, is Charlie Sansom from Essex, England, who's joining us live because. I don't know why. Someday I'll figure out why Charlie
It's
started
like 2 or
joining
3
us
in the
on-
morning, dude. Come
Yeah.
on.
Have you noticed every time Doug introduces me, he always says just Essex, England. That's just what I do for a living. I'm just Essex.
You're just
He
Everyone
represents-
else
He
gets
does
like,
Essex.
Are you not?
he sends out everyone else's LinkedIn bios and everything. And I'm just,
Charlie
Because
is
that's
a-
all that
Yeah.
matters is you're from England. Man.
Charlie's
That's all that matters.
Charlie's heavily attractive, and he's also in politics, representing what area?
well, I'm standing for 2 councils in May.
2 councils. There you go.
Yeah.
Wow, dude.
So, yeah, one is for Essex County Council, which covers my division is going to be a small area, but the county council covers a big swathe of land. And then you got the borough council, which is more directly local. So, but they're probably going to get moved up, to be fair, the elections, because we've gone into full national lockdown again. So we'll
Can we
be
vote
stuck
for
in that
you?
for a while.
Can
Yeah,
we vote
really.
for you? Because they
yeah,
let us in this country. They let you vote no matter
Yeah.
where you are.
No
who
matter
you
where you're
are.
from, you get a vote here.
I mean,
so can we
have-
vote?
have
I don't
you-
know
have-
about
have you
we want to
got-
vote for you because we want to support you. We love you.
We want to get
Have
you
you-
in charge, and then we're going to move over there. We're coming back home, baby. Put the
That's
tea
it.
back.
Coming
Put the
home.
tea back in the
Coming
boat. Put the tea
Come back
back
to
in the boat.
motherland. That's it.
They don't want
That's
us
it.
back, dude. They don't want us anywhere near them.
He's already warned me.
Well,
We're not welcome.
I've kind of got like a prediction that one day you're going to have President Markle and, first man Prince Harry. That's my prediction for the future for you
Probably
guys.
right.
So good
That's all that
luck
matters.
America's
That's all
own
that
royal
with that
family.
one.
Charlie,
President,
are
yeah,
you
that's
gonna-
it. It's gone full circle.
You the guy that
I'm gonna
says
vote.
Charlie Sansom is a politician and entertainer. Is that you?
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, I should have
just
introduced him
followed
that
you.
way.
I mean,
I want you to meet my friend Charlie Sampson. He's a what was it? An
Politician
Politician and
standing for
entertainer.
election
He's a
and
DJ
facilitating
and a
the
singer
local elections. Yeah.
and a good-looking dude.
Hey, Doug.
I'm
Yes,
so
sir.
glad
Do
he's
this
about
to you, man.
6,000 miles away from me right now.
What's up?
I'd hate to do this to you, dude. I need to jet.
Okay, man. Well, I appreciate you coming.
Hey, and
we've
please
kinda-
forgive me. You're going to
Uh-oh.
laugh.
Hold on,
I
hold on.
actually have an 8:00 Zoom birthday party to attend momentarily from a gal in
It's
Columbus.
a,
happy
it's a
birthday.
Zoom world.
Happy birthday,
It
Doug.
is.
Thank you, Virginia.
Mwah.
Good to see you. Y'all have a good
Love you,
night. Thanks for
brother.
coming.
All right,
David,
man. Yep.
always good.
What a
Michael,
pleasure.
always good. Thanks for
Likewise.
coming. I know
Yes,
it's
sir.
Good to
late.
see you,
We'll catch up to
Michael.
you soon.
Other people
Nice
have
meeting you
left.
all.
Take care,
You go as
Dave.
well,
See you
David,
now.
now.
All right,
He's
David.
off.
Good to see you, bud. And here we
Uh,
are.
I cannot tell you that the last time I laughed as hard as I've laughed tonight. That was.
This has been great. This has been
As
great.
soon as you mentioned that I was from England, everyone jetted. It was crazy.
Uh-oh.
That's what.
I'm not. We're not coming back. Don't worry.
Look at the impression you left on us.
You don't have to. You don't have to run. It's all right.
We'd welcome you. We'd welcome you if you came back. It's fine.
Just you.
me.
Just you.
Leave all the other
just
English
you,
people
just
behind.
you,
Yeah.
and Megan,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Megan. You bring Megan with you. That's fine.
And
Oh,
she's
Megan's
yours
already
anyway.
here.
She's
That's
She's
yours
fine.
already
anyway,
here.
isn't she?
She, that's
She's
that's what
already
he
here.
was. That's what he was
Isn't
talking
she,
about.
isn't she
invading.
American anyway? I thought she was
Yeah.
American anyway.
She's American. Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
there
I'll
you
go
go.
get my mom. She knows all about the royal family.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, that's funny.
Have you noticed that the British royal family just don't like American wives, like American women marrying into our monarchy? It's kind of odd. You noticed that?
Interesting. Interesting.
It's almost like they know something. It's just going to be trouble. Americans,
Perhaps.
we're nothing but trouble.
What's that look for? That look on the camera. Their mic's muted, but I couldn't.
I know.
I don't know, but Darvin and Bobby, it's good to see you guys.
You're
I didn't
muted.
I didn't get to see your daughter since she's been here in Springfield with us for like I don't know what you said. This is already her last semester of her senior year.
She'll
First.
graduate. She'll graduate this,
In December. Next
Fall.
December, yeah.
Next December. Okay,
but she had a big jump. She had a jump start, so
nice.
she came in. She came in with like almost 60 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
She was dual. She was,
I was gonna
dual
say-
enrolled.
I didn't think she'd been here that long. It's a couple of years, and then yeah, so she's done really well. That's great. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been.
Did Isabel go back?
Yeah, they're well. Actually, she and Lily are there in Springfield right now. They went down Monday and they're coming back Friday because Lily flies out Sunday back to the Golden Coast.
Ooh.
Back to
Is that where
lockdown.
she decided to go?
Yep.
How's she doing?
She loves it. She's like a fish in water, whatever the opposite. I guess fish out of water, fish in water. She's weirdly is having the best time.
Awesome.
That's cool.
I have no explanation for it. It's just bizarre to me, but yeah, she digs it. And she was
so
glad to be
proud.
home. She wanted to see cold weather for Christmas, and it took about a day of that, and she's ready to go back.
Yeah, I'm with her. Yeah. Go there next Christmas.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I got a lot of rules out there this time of year, and I'm not too into that. And I kind of like my living out here in the suburbs, beyond the city limits kind of life, and where
There you
everything's
go.
quiet, where everything's quiet and friendly.
Oh.
Yeah, it's 8:00, so I'm probably gonna have to go do things with my family now because my wife is expecting me, and we've been doing this for 2 hours. So.
Your wife's expecting.
Yes, I'm sorry. Didn't you hear? Yeah,
Watermelon pants didn't work. Did they?
You guys set such a high standard. My wife's like,
Wow.
we gotta have one more. So I was like, well,
Wow. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
yeah, we hired some people across town to make one for us, and we're supposed
Sorry
to go
about
pick it
that.
up later tonight. I gotta go pick up a pizza and a baby. So
Pizza,
A
baby.
drive-through baby.
yeah,
Hey, it could be a new thing. Who knows?
At this age,
Yeah.
you got to hire things like that down.
Oh, man.
I mean, hey, it's all about the social distancing. If you can
Yeah.
keep that distance, make a baby, it's fine.
I certainly can't remember to do it myself. So
Nice. All right.
So then,
Well, happy
I thank
birthday,
you all so
Doug.
much for
buddy.
joining me for this, and it's been a hoot, and it encourages me that I should do it again next year. It encourages me even more that everyone who took part in this tonight should have their own, so I can tell embarrassing stories that I know. But many thanks and much love to all. I appreciate you so much and taking the time out to spend a little time with me. But the laughter was great. There's not much to laugh about anymore, it does seem like. So it was a good night to have fun. Thank you so much.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you all.
Family
Thank you,
so
Charlie.
Mark.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Darvin and Bobby and everybody. Talk to you soon.
Buddy.
Love you, man. We'll get together soon. I hope.
We hope.
There's fewer and fewer children to keep us apart.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right.
Dog now. See ya,
Get
bud.
that dog out of here. See you guys.
I'm sorry. Good
Are
night,
you
guys.
are you shutting down or am I? I guess I got to shut down the stream and everything too. So, oh,
Good night.
there went his face. Night, Darvin.
See ya.
Charles, thank you, man. It's always
welcome.
a blast.
There we
And,
are.
We'll
Are you off
do
YouTube now?
we'll do something again soon. No, I'm not actually. I need to do that.
The Gentlementor.